Hi, I'm Todd Nauck, and you're listening to Dinner and a Podcast.
Go ahead. Make my day.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Here's Johnny.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
This is Sparta.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
You talking to me?
I see dead.
Houston, we have a problem.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken not stirred.
Why so serious?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Welcome to Dinner and a Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve, Joe, and Mike.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 80 of Dinner and a Podcast, a show where three best friends get together, share a meal and a conversation, discussing all things pop culture, movies, TV, and comics. Make sure to check out our Facebook page by searching Dinner and a Podcast, our website, dinnerandapodcast.weebly.com. There you can find comic reviews, full comic synopses, dinner and a movie reviews, and Just a Bit Outside, which is our sports section. And check out our shop where you can buy our pins and our stickers, and our Twitter and our Instagram feed is @DinnerPodcast. Make sure to check out our favorite baker/murderer, Marie DeZio, at DeZioBakes@gmail.com, or her Instagram page at DeZioBakes. That's DiZioBakes.
What? Just because Joe's not here, you're not going to do the big elaborate ruse?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
You like cookies?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, if you like cookies out there in the podcast land, check out our friend Marie. She makes amazing cookies and cakes and cake pops and things for all occasions. Check her out on our Instagram page at DeZioBakes, DiZioBakes. Before we get started, and before I introduce our special guest, we just want to say we did get a new review on iTunes. So somebody,
did we really?
Somebody's going to be getting a free month subscription to MoviePass.
Was it a good review?
Of course, they're all good reviews. But do that during social shit time, so you got to listen to the end, all the way to the end. But we have a very special guest. I'm Steve, by the way.
I'm Mike.
That's Mike, and our special guest is John Tambini.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Our very own Joe's little brother, this is the first time Joe's missing a show.
Yes.
So you got the better brother today.
We got the better Tambini.
Don't tell him.
No.
Nah, he won't listen either, probably.
No, he does.
No, he absolutely
does he really?
will listen.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He 100% listens to the show.
Is Marie still doing the murders for sale?
Murders are half off.
Half off?
If
All
you
right.
buy a pound of cookies.
I might need to get on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we going to hear about that story later?
No. Not on air.
Okay. Off
So-
air.
Joe is away.
Joe's in Montreal, right?
Yeah.
He left already?
I don't know. You're his brother, don't you know?
I thought he was leaving Thursday.
No, he's got to be gone. He would be here then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That makes sense.
See,
Is he going there for like a bachelor party or something?
I think
No.
he's just going to
Just
have
going
fun.
to whore it up.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a place to be.
Good for Joe. Good for Joe. Living the life of Riley. Living the life of Tambini. Who's Riley, by the way?
I don't know.
Oh, he must have had a good life, though.
You mentioned him.
I did.
Joe and one of our other friends, Sergio, Sergio goes to Montreal, it seems.
I love Sergio.
Every year?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
I've been to Montreal with Sergio once.
Yeah.
We didn't see Sergio after
No.
a couple hours. Sergio.
So that's why he has to get it all in.
Yeah,
He only
Sergio-
has to do it a day at a time before he runs out of money and drinks himself into a great early grave.
Oh my God, that kid can drink, dude.
It's a fun city to go visit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love.
it's
Yeah,
fun.
Montreal's fun.
St.
Yeah.
Catherine Street. That's the only place you need to go.
Yep.
I think that's the only street in Montreal.
That's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
St. Catharines, and that's about it.
It's fun
about
if you're young. Like if you're young and single, it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just kind of like Vegas. Kind of like Vegas. Not the city's not like Vegas. The fact that you have to be young and
I
single
kind of
too.
prefer it to Vegas.
Do you?
Yeah, like Vegas is so kind of touristy. Montreal's not.
You haven't been young or single in a while.
No. No, I just think it's more like I don't know. It's more my type of fun. Like
Yeah.
cigar bars and steakhouses.
I feel
Long
like
Island iced teas.
they have everything for everybody. They have nightclubs if you want to go to a nightclub. They have bars if you just want to go to a bar, and then they have like cigar lounges and stuff like that. It's a good place to go.
You like cigars, Mike?
Yeah, I'll smoke a cigar.
We gotta smoke a cigar together. Tonight, what we're gonna talk about is guest choice. So John was able to give us a topic for tonight, and the topic was our favorite non-MCU movies, comic book movies.
Yeah, superhero movies.
Very good. I like this choice. It gives us a chance to kind of get away from the Marvel movies that have been in the forefront of comic book movies.
Yeah, that's kind of been the topic
for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
You know,
And there are a lot of non-MCU movies that are really good movies.
And there were a lot of comic book movies that I didn't know were comic book movies.
Yeah.
So when I went and did the research, I was like, that was a comic book movie?
Yeah, a lot of graphic novels get turned into movies. Yeah.
So some of you out there might be surprised at some of our choices. Some of you might not. There were some movies that actually got made into comics afterwards. Those didn't count. Like John Wick is now a comic book.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting that as a comic book movie because it's not. But first, Mike, do we have any news?
Oh, you knows it.
Yes.
Joe knows it.
You knows it.
Well, now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
News with Joe!
Did you actually do the research on the news?
No, I just did what Joe does. I went to news and I wrote down all the headlines.
Right.
This happened, but we don't know the details about it.
No, he.
No, he. Yeah, definitely he.
So what you got?
Oddly enough, he reports the news, and sometimes all of us know more about the story than he does.
That was so funny last week when he was giving the synopsis of a movie, right? He's like, "Oh, Bill and Ted 2's coming out," and he's like, "Oh, here's the plot." And Mike's the whole time Joe's saying it. Mike's like,
That's not what's happening.
And Joe goes, "No."
Because I had just read it, and then Seb's like, "Yeah, I read it too."
He gave a completely different plot line.
I just don't even know where he got it from.
He just made it up.
Yeah.
He's like, that sounds good.
That's so elaborate, though, to make up the plot of a movie.
He's something about their kids. They're going back in time to help their kids.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. But anyway, what do you got?
So, Solo's opening up this weekend.
It is.
And,
it is.
You know, the kind of common thought was that it was going to not be good.
Right. Isn't that what happened?
What? It's projected to do between 135 and 170 million based on pre-sales.
But that doesn't mean it's good.
It doesn't mean it's a good movie. People are probably going to go see it regardless.
Yeah. Isn't the Rotten Tomato score like a 50?
I don't know. I heard it's getting good reviews.
I heard it's the third lowest reviewed scored Star Wars movie.
See, the thing with Star Wars...
Next to like Phantom Menace or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm going to see it either way.
You know, me too. Yeah, me too.
Well, that's what I think a lot of people are going to say. Like, they're going to go see it regardless, so it's going to make money.
Yeah.
So is it going to be good or not? We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it. I'm excited for it. I go in there with no expectations because I'm not a Star Wars fanatic. I like Star Wars, but I'm not like fanatical over it. And Han Solo is not one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
Really?
I like the Jedi. I like the Jedi story. I find nothing wrong with Han Solo. He's a fine character. Harrison Ford's good in the role. I have no affinity for him. Like, people love Han Solo. I have no love for Han Solo. So I don't care that it's a different guy. I don't care that it's portrayed a little bit differently. I don't know his backstory. So I go in there with zero expectations.
The problem with all the Star Wars movies is the expectations.
Right.
People have very clear expectations of what they want, and it's really hard to live up to that.
Yeah, of course.
But for some reason, Marvel can shrug that off.
Well,
like,
I think
people have clear expectations of what they expected from Civil War. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
Infinity War. They didn't do that.
But comic books have that. It's in their history that they change stories all the time.
But there's source material for comics that you read, and you're like, oh, you're going to just adapt this. And then they don't, and no one cares.
Yeah.
But, like, there's no source material for the Star Wars movies, and people still get freaked out. Like, this is not what I know. I'm like, what do you mean they're writing this?
Right.
Yeah, they're coming in with, like, a clear expectation on...
Very much what they want. And I don't know how people are doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I hear people smash these new movies, like the post-George Lucas era ones, and I really enjoy them.
I like Rogue One. I like
Rogue One.
I like
7.
Rogue One a lot.
Yeah.
That one was a really good movie.
Whatever number 7 was. Force Awakens.
And I don't mind Last Jedi.
I didn't like Last Jedi.
I had higher expectations for Last Jedi because of what they did with The Force Awakens, what they did with Rogue One, and it was not... They didn't meet what those other movies did.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but it's far from bad.
No, I wouldn't say
like,
it's
people
bad.
talk about them like they're trash, and I'm like, they're not. They're hugely entertaining, and they're part of your childhood, but they're like...
Well, at the time, they were really original, too.
Correct.
So I think that's a big...
But, like, I don't find them to be, like, hugely engaging or really, I don't know, interesting stories. They're just fun.
Right.
They're fun movies that you love the characters in. I don't know. I don't have the crazy expectations everyone has going in. I just want to watch it, and I like Han Solo.
Right.
I read an article today that Jake Gyllenhaal is in talks to play Mysterio in the new Spider-Man.
Is that for real?
That's he's in talks.
Oh, dude, I would absolutely love that.
I think that's the best villain to do.
Yeah, 100%. I'm on
no
board with that.
superpowers.
Right.
He's a
Doesn't he?
Special effects dude.
That's what yeah.
He's like a magician type of thing, like illusionist or something.
Yeah. I mean, that may be one of the best ways to adapt the story. And they were also talking that Michael Keaton's going to come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, as Vulture.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Well, they ended it in the last one that he's still open. He's in jail.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So
yeah.
he's still around technically.
Yeah, and I guess you could always use the fact that he knows
Parker's
identity now. Yeah. But I love the idea of doing Mysterio. No one's done him yet.
Mm-mm.
You know, I hope they do the big costume with the big round head.
Fishbowl head?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's really cool.
Doesn't he like shape into like other people?
No, he has no superpowers.
Who? I thought one of them was used to do that. One of his villains. I thought that was him.
The shapeshifter?
Not a shapeshifter, but like
Clayface can do that. Not Clayface.
Yeah, but
Sandman, right?
Sandman can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not Mysterio though. Mysterio's just illusions.
Yeah, like special effects and sleight of not sleight of hand, but like big optical illusions and stuff. Other casting news: John Wick. Halle Berry officially tweeted that she's going to be in John Wick 3.
Is she? She can be the villain?
She didn't say.
Okay.
She just tweeted like it was a note written on the Continental letterhead.
Very
she tweeted
cool.
out a picture. It was like, "See you in May of 2018, Mr. Wick."
Ooh, May of 18?
No,
19.
Gotta
I'm
be
sorry,
19.
I think it was May something 2019.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Very
she's
cool.
officially in.
What was the last movie she's been in? She was in some movie, like a home invasion movie, wasn't she?
I don't know.
I have no idea last time she was in a movie. She's
a high caliber actress to put in a John Wick movie.
Yeah. Well, so was
I think they're getting popular now, though.
Oh my God. But so is who?
What's his face? Green Goblin was in it.
Oh,
he was in the first one.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really it, right?
But he hasn't really had a romantic lead in any of the movies.
The dickless kid from Game of Thrones.
Reek.
Yeah. Reek was in it.
Yeah. You know, he's had no interest in a female character in these movies.
Well, his wife died, so I don't know if they're gonna go down that road.
I have no idea.
I'm assuming she's probably gonna be one of the assassins that are going after him after he screwed around with the Continental at the end.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah, no, if she's a villain or a good guy, either way, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shoot 'em up. Everyone's gonna get shot in the face 13 times.
That's all you want.
Yeah, that's all I want.
That's what
Whatever.
makes those movies great.
Yeah. Do you think she gets him at the end? If she's a bad guy?
No, he survives. I think he survives.
Nice.
Although that would be a good arc to kill him.
Yeah.
Just end it. He
just end
dies.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
He gets his revenge on who he gets his revenge on, but he still ends up dying
Everybody.
at the end. Yeah.
And then he dies at the end.
Tell them I'm coming for them. Yeah. I'll kill them all.
Other casting stuff. Liam Neeson is in talks to join Chris Hemsworth in Men in Black 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll be the new...
Were they going to do a reboot, or it's going to be
Taken in Black?
A spin-off.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's time to... The last two weren't that good.
No, so new cast. Yeah.
I've never seen anyone past the first one.
The third one's better than the second one.
Is that the one where they go back in time?
Yeah, time travel.
And Thanos is in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Josh
I don't know
playing-
anybody's names.
Josh Brolin
is playing young Tommy Lee Jones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the worst with names.
I guess I would see that. I wouldn't be in a rush to see another Men in Black movie.
Like I said, I haven't seen 2 or 3, so I'll just wait.
I mean, the first one's really good.
First one's great.
Yeah, but...
The idea of that, I think, is such a cool idea to build a universe in.
Yeah.
They didn't do a great job of building out of that. Like, the first one's very good. This idea that there are aliens all over the world and they, they're constantly in these battles that we have no idea about, that the world's almost always being destroyed.
Yeah.
Is really good. They didn't do a great job of keep telling that story. I don't know why. And I'm not necessarily sure you have to do more about J and K. Like, do other
more characters, like kind of.
Yeah. Other
They
parts
do have
of the
other.
world.
They do have other officers in that office.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can just do anybody.
Well, the whole premise of the end of the first one was Kay was retiring.
Okay.
So you had the open door to kind of bring in, replace him, and then the second one was pretty much just trying to get him back half the
because at the end of
movie.
that first movie, didn't they bring in a female lead?
Yeah, that was the girl that worked at the morgue.
Yeah, and she was a decent actress, right? Like, she's a leading type lady. So, I don't know why.
Well, she was the main actress in that movie.
Yeah.
She was a female lead in that movie, so...
Yeah, I think it's an interesting world. If they do it right, you could really tell great stories in that setup. Speaking of Men in Black, look at me segueing.
Ooh, segue Joe.
Will Smith has been picked to write the song for the World Cup.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Him and I don't know who Nicky Tom is.
Okay.
I don't know
the two of them are going to perform.
It's going to be some awful 90s sounding rap
official
song.
Well,
Russian
it'll be
World Cup
clean.
song.
It will be very clean. It'll be squeaky clean.
Yeah.
All the
So-
squeaks.
Is this something they do every time? I know they did it
I
for
don't-
the last one, right? Shakira did the Waka Waka one. That's what it's called, right?
Waka Waka Waka.
Yeah.
She did that one.
I mean, I really don't watch it for the song,
I don't
so I don't even know.
I didn't know this was a thing.
No, they did it high, but they made a big announcement. So
Wow.
I don't know. I'm
Will
not
Smith.
not really too much into this this World Cup.
Any
Coming
reason
up.
why? Because it's in Russia.
because no one's in it.
Oh yeah, the U.S. isn't in it.
US
Italy's
national
not in
team
it.
is and Italy. So I'm like,
That's not even it. Like, isn't the Netherlands not in it?
Netherlands.
As well?
Yeah,
Did
they didn't
Germany make
it? Yeah, Germany made it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
And it's in Russia. I don't know what the time delay is like on that.
Football.
I mean, it was in Japan or South Korea one year, and I was getting up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to watch these games. So, or they have the replays on all the time too. So, that's not the case. It's just the teams that I follow aren't in it, so it's going to be like hard to get motivated to get up really early to watch a game, to watch a match.
Yeah.
And that's what always like motivated me. I remember when I was in South Korea, I was in high school, I was in Italian class. 8 o'clock in the morning, and the Italian teacher had the Italian game on. It was great. Like, this is what we're doing today. Watching.
I did that with the Olympics.
See?
The Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Put it on in the classroom? No one gave you crap about that?
Well, we have one.
You didn't get any nasty emails from moms?
We have one period a week or a cycle that is called advisement, where you're supposed to like teach them life skills. And I just took that period and did Olympics. Yeah.
See, I think my Italian teacher at the time kind of spun it, and we listened to it in like the Italian broadcast to say like
that's smart.
Yeah, but I think his real goal was to actually just watch the game.
Right.
So it was like a loophole in there.
Yeah.
What skill were you teaching them? How to loaf out on work?
How to sharpen your pencils at work without getting caught.
Let me show you how I don't do work at work. It's a valuable life skill. Later on, I'll show you how to doodle.
Dude, the seniors are gone now. So, like, I have 5 classes a day, and 3 of them are senior classes.
Oh, Jesus.
So now you're really napping a lot?
What are you supposed to be doing?
What do you mean? I'm supposed to be teaching seniors, but they're not there anymore.
No, that's what does the administration think you're doing?
No, nothing.
Standing, proctoring to an empty room.
They know that. They know that's what I'm doing.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't make you, like, go assist in another classroom or...
No, well, if they need me, they can call me.
Right.
And I have to
But
do
you're
it.
just sitting in an empty room?
I'm sitting in my classroom with my computer and my doodle box, or I call it a pad, and all my pencils. And sometimes I watch Netflix, and sometimes I'm
no
drawing.
one has a problem with this.
No,
like they don't want
everything is covered. As long as everything's covered, everything's.
They're not
copacetic.
like prepare lessons for next year or.
I got all my lessons for next year. Science hasn't changed.
It was the same ones from this year, right?
Yeah, it's all the same science from this year. Yeah, cells are still cells.
Wow. Change a couple answer keys around. He's good to go.
Yeah, you do that on the fly.
Yeah,
do that now.
Wow, what a life!
What a life, man!
And
like literally this Thursday, I have 3 classes for the whole day.
Right? All seniors.
I have all seniors. I have no coverages. I have no on calls for the substitutions.
So for 8 hours,
do you have to actually show up?
That's what my question.
Can you just stay home that day?
I don't know.
Because like you have nothing going on.
I wouldn't dare. I got such a great thing going. Why would I F that up?
So you're gonna head into work.
I have to proctor a senior exam from 8:30 to 9:50, and then nothing.
And then 9:55,
9:51.
Break out them crayons. I would love to just sit there and watch that. They're getting done with the test. He's just laying out all his pencils.
I drew a Joker today. I drew an Ariel today for my daughter. I had to preface that because Mike won't say negative things about me if I say I drew Ariel.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
I like keeping on your toes. I never like to not know when the hits are coming.
Well, what else you got over there? After the World Cup.
So you saw Deadpool?
I did see Deadpool.
So it made all the monies.
It did very well.
$125 million opening.
Thanos is in it.
In the United States. Yeah.
Josh Brolin.
Oh, right. He didn't have the glove on. It was weird.
Doesn't he have a big metal arm?
He does, yeah, no glove.
Close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, how about that though? Being in the top 2 movies of the summer so far.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's what I have here. Deadpool actually ended up making 125 in the States, 301 worldwide. It's the largest rated R opening ever. So now it holds 1 and 2.
But wasn't Deadpool 1? Didn't that break all the records?
And now this beat that. So it has 1 and 2, the highest R rated.
It was good.
Openings.
I heard it.
I'll talk about it later, but it was good.
It met everyone's expectations and more.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
They announced what they're going to be doing for Gotham season 5.
Okay.
Which I heard maybe their last season, and they're going to adapt the Batman 0 Year story.
Okay.
Which is I really enjoy that comic book line.
That's
his first year as Batman?
I thought that was year 1. What's 0 year?
No, this is before. So 0 Year was in New 52.
Okay.
And I think year 1 is
prior to that.
Yeah. So 0 Year is it's him kind of dealing with the Riddler the entire time.
Okay.
And the Riddler basically he's Batman, but he doesn't know what he's doing at all.
Yeah.
And he loses a lot. And you see him kind of develop his the personality traits that make him good at being Batman.
Okay.
It's a really cool,
figuring himself out.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool.
He doesn't have the full costume.
Okay.
Like it's
like Daredevil's it.
It's like the cowl,
right,
but like with almost like a Batman T-shirt.
Nice.
And
cool.
more like combat fatigues and stuff. It's good.
Cool.
But yeah, my thing with that is they don't have Batman in the show.
Right.
Right. So they did Court of Owls without Batman. And now they're doing this, and they did Azrael without Batman. I just don't understand.
Well, the kid's gonna have to be Batman for this one, no? If it's gonna be Batman 0 Year.
I guess they could just adapt the Joker trying to taking over the city part.
Right. I haven't seen a single episode of this show.
No, I stopped after season 1.
Either.
Yeah.
I gave up at season 1.
I had no desire to watch Bruce Wayne as a child.
No, and they're spinning this show off now. They're gonna do Pennyworth.
Okay.
Which
it's all about Alfred.
All about Alfred in the. I think they said the 50s or the 60s.
Yeah. They focus in on him a lot in the comics lately.
Yeah, and it's like him.
Yeah, isn't he Batman in one of the comics too? Like
he's similar. Yeah, he's like he works for like an espionage agent.
Yeah.
Like
and I think
British
that's the idea behind this. It's how he meets
the Waynes,
Thomas Wayne,
right,
and like his early life as like an SAS commando.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like an MI6 type of guy.
So then why would he go and become a butler?
That's
after that?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, unless if they're like he's a butler, but he's also a guard for the family at the same time.
They do explain that in the comic fairly recently, like within the last 40 issues.
Okay.
I've read it. I can't remember.
So if he's like a guard or something, like a security, he did a pretty horrible job.
His dad was the butler for the
Waynes.
Oh, and they die, and now he has to.
Yeah.
What's life that like Chewbacca?
Like he grew up in the Waynes household as a kid, and then left to go into the army, and then
that
took
makes
over.
more sense.
Yeah,
and then he's just watching Bruce because he feels it's his responsibility to be there for him.
Yeah.
All right.
If I remember that correctly.
What would be a good way to do it is his father dies, the Waynes raise him. Then the Waynes die, and he goes, I'll raise your kid now.
You know, that might be it.
Yeah.
You could have nailed it right on the head.
Like that would at least, like he's paying back a debt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, I love that storyline.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's still not enough to drag me into Gotham.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that with like Smallville, where they
didn't watch that show either?
Every storyline.
Yeah. But it was like they kept on introducing villains, and he's like, he's not Superman yet.
Yep.
And he's defeating these villains. What is he going to do once he becomes Superman?
Mm-hmm.
And that was my issue with Gotham. Like, why does Gotham City ever need Batman if the police just always are able to sort everything out? Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess the criminals grow as well.
I guess.
As they get older and wiser, and they can be better criminals.
Yeah.
I guess.
So last week, Joe announced a bunch of the shows that were canceled, and one of them was The Expanse.
Yes. I heard that people love that show.
I watched the first season.
I didn't never even heard of it until
It's a sci-fi show. And it's we've colonized, I think it's Mars and the asteroid belt.
Okay.
And they're basically like 3 separate governments, or 3 separate, like the people on the asteroid belt don't feel like they're from Earth. The people from Mars don't feel like they're from Earth. Like they're all, and there's these 3 competing factions of humans that all have different histories and feel very separate from one another. And it's about the 3 interacting and like almost going to war. And it was hugely popular on Sci-Fi, but it got canceled, I guess because of the cost.
Yeah.
And Netflix picked it up.
Oh, cool.
They always do.
Season 4. They said they'll definitely do season 4.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone I talk to, every time I mention, like, oh, what are you watching? Or if they're asking me what I'm watching on thing, they're like, do you ever watch The Expanse? I'm like, you know what? You're like the 5th person that said it. I think I should start watching it. It looks pretty cool because it's them expanding out of Earth, right? To go find some other, more places to live.
Well, it's they've done that already.
Yeah.
And now, like, what are the results of that? If you've never been to Earth, right? If you're 4 or 5 generations, what's your loyalty to Earth?
Right. None.
Like, if you were raised on Mars, you're a Martian.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a cool concept.
And then if Earth needs something, because I think that's what it is. Like, Mars is the military, Earth is the government, and the asteroid belt is basically like minerals and manufacturing, and they all don't feel.
So people living on an asteroid belt?
On the asteroid belt. Like, that's where they get, because it's a giant, it's just big resources, right?
Yeah.
All these asteroids that could be mined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, did you see all the new trailers? Mission Impossible. I heard you singing the song before.
Oh, dude, I can't stop singing that song. You know, it's Imagine Dragons, is that song?
Is it?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So you like the Mission Impossible trailer?
I can't wait to see this movie. Well, there are 3 things I like about this movie. Number 1, Tom Cruise, first and foremost, my boy Tom. Number 2, I love spy movies.
Okay.
Absolutely love spy movies, one of my favorite genres. And number 3, I get to see that mustache that caused so much drama in Justice League.
It's pretty glorious.
It's pretty glorious, but you heard about the mustache?
Yeah.
Henry Cavill's famous $90 million mustache that he wasn't allowed to shave, and they had the CGI off of him, and it made him look like a weirdo.
You could tell in the movie very, very much so that it was CGI.
The very beginning and the very end, man. Yep. Very strange. But, I'm looking forward to this movie.
You watched the trailer? I'm surprised.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things where I have to the trailer has to pull me into the movie, and this was one of those things where I'm like, I need to be pulled in a little bit.
You don't think that they too many Mission Impossible at this time?
I enjoyed the last one, Rogue Nation. Rogue Nation was really good.
Honestly, I don't think I've seen past like the second or the third.
The second one stinks.
Yeah.
The second one's horrible.
Yeah.
I like, what's the one with is it a third one with what's his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman as the bad guy?
I think so, yeah.
That one I like.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because he's great.
And 5 is really good.
Which one's 5?
I think
they're all kind of the same.
I think 5 was Rogue Nation or Ghost Protocol. Both of those were decent.
So we're up to number 6 now?
I think this is 6.
What are they calling this one?
Fallout.
Oh, is that because his ankle bones fell out of his feet?
I can't wait to see that scene live. I want to see him break his ankles in real time. But yeah, his ankles fall out of his shoes.
Other trailers. Do you see the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer?
I did.
Yeah,
that one looks really good. I'm shocked how much he looks like.
That's the kid from iRobot? Not iRobot. No, iRobot's a fucking vacuum.
No, iRobot that's a movie.
It is a show?
Will Smith.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, isn't it the kid from
Mr. Robot?
Yes.
Oh, the one that's on like the USA?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the kid, right?
Yeah.
It's Mr. Robot.
He looks amazing like him.
He's got the teeth. He's got the teeth that like kind of are escaping his face. Yeah. It looks like the teeth are trying to expand off the face.
I'm really interested to see this for some reason.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
I don't know a lot about Queen. You know all their music, but I don't know anything about.
You probably know like almost a lot of their songs.
That's I know all their songs, but I don't know a lot about the band.
I've seen documentaries on the band,
right?
But this looks like more of a documentary about how they become. I don't know how to explain this without saying it's a documentary about the band. The documentary I've seen went into their personal lives as children,
right,
and things like that. And you learn that they're really smart guys. They all have master's degrees.
Oh, wow.
Like the guitar player's got like a master's degree in biology. They're all really smart guys. And that's the one thing that I remember from this documentary. I think this one is going to be more or less how geniuses they are with music. That's what it looks like. Right, they're in a garage, and it's like, oh, we're gonna put an orchestra sound here, and this and that. And they were ahead of their time, and they were kind of like.
I wouldn't doubt that they're kind of geniuses when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Like their stuff is very recognizable, but all sounds very different. Like from song to song, they can sound like completely different bands.
Oh yeah, they can sound like electronica,
Yep.
Or they can sound operatic,
Yep.
Or they can do like that one about the carnival. There's one like about a carnival that sounds very carnival-like in like.
Yeah, or like We Will Rock You. It's like an anthem.
Oh, an anthem. That's a rock anthem.
And they're so different.
It's like the Beatles. The Beatles can have all types of different sounds.
Yeah.
They can have Indian sounds.
The Beatles did it like album to album. You know, they kind of evolved.
They had themes.
Like Queen, it almost seemed like there's 10 different genres of music all on one album.
We go from We Will Rock You to like We Are the Champions, and it's very like heavy, hard song to a very like mellow, soft song. And
no, they're one of my favorites ever. They're great. So, are you going to see that in the movies?
I think I might.
I don't know if I'll see it in the movies.
I might. I don't know. It's hard to get to the movies to see everything I want to see.
Yeah, that's true.
I still haven't seen Deadpool. So
the first one?
No, the second one.
Oh, the second
one. And it's been out a couple days already.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Another trailer. Did you see The Predator?
I did.
Trailer.
I
Look
did.
at you.
It was on.
Watching all the trailers.
It was on before Deadpool. I didn't know what it was, so I didn't know not to watch it.
You didn't have your fingers stuffed in your ears? And
well, I forget what... I turned to my brother, I'm like, oh, it's a Predator. And I was like, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to see where it goes. Because that movie, I need to be pulled into that one. So,
is this, I didn't see the trailer. This is a reboot?
No, I think it's an extension.
It's an extension, right? It's Shane Black is doing this one, the director?
I have no idea.
I think that's who it is.
Yeah. You really didn't get much from the
No, I think it's continuing with characters from the second one.
Okay.
Danny Glover?
Like
isn't Danny Glover?
Isn't Gary Busey in that one, the second one?
Yes.
I think this is his son.
Yes, you're right. Busey's kid is in it.
Isn't Glover in the second one?
Yeah,
he is. All right.
But Busey's in it also.
Okay.
And I think this is his son is the character in this one.
And basically the Predators are evolving.
Really?
Gene manipulating.
Yeah.
Is maybe a better way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Like they're...
All I know is it was a lot of like close quarters. You didn't see much of the Predator until like the very end of the trailer. And it looks very traditional Predator-like.
All right, cool.
Like the original. Looks good.
I heard something very interesting about the Predator.
What's that?
The first Predator movie, right? You assume it's one Predator, right?
Yes, you're assuming that it is, yeah.
Yeah. I heard someone say it's 3.
I heard someone say that there's like a village of them and they sent out that one to go like test the waters.
I've heard there's 3 and that they die and you don't even realize it.
Okay.
Well, you have Alien versus Predator, and you ever see that?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that.
So it's like they go out and they hunt.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that there's 3 and Arnold just kills the last one. That what's his name kills one, Billy?
Billy, yeah, because you don't see him fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
And that what's his name killed one with the minigun
Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
He had the minigun.
No,
right?
wasn't it the black guy had the minigun?
Creed.
No, not Creed.
No.
The other black dude. I know who you're talking about.
Right.
Did he have the minigun?
Didn't he? The one who cuts himself shaving.
Yeah.
Right, breaks the razor.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Is this like confirmed or is
No,
this
it's just like
just a fan theory.
Oh, that's
I thought it was an interesting theory. I mean, the idea that it was one alien that just wrecks this group of the best commandos, but I still love that movie.
Me too. Every time it's on, I watch it.
Predators, or is that the one?
That's the second one. Predators.
What's the one with Adrian Brody where they pulled him to another planet?
Oh, I have no idea.
That's the recent one.
That might be. I don't know.
I didn't see it. That one's supposed to be very good.
Really?
Yeah, because it's much more like the first one.
I gotta check that out.
They bring a group of the best soldiers in the world to a jungle planet. The predators abduct them just so they can hunt them.
Oh wow!
Like they create a game reserve.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's supposed to be good. I haven't seen it. I kind of want to watch it.
I wonder if that's going to connect to this new one.
No idea. No idea.
Interesting. Cool.
And one last thing. So for every year when they rank the most attended theme parks, Magic Kingdom's always number 1 in Disney.
Always.
Second one's always Epcot.
Yeah.
Was dethroned this year.
Ooh.
Yeah. Disney's Animal Kingdom replaced it because of Pandora.
Because of Avatar, right?
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Disney fan. I have no desire. None.
My sister-in-law just came back from Disney, said it was amazing.
They saying that ride is like...
But it's just a 3D thing where you sit in a stationary, you know what I mean? You sit in like a little thing that shakes and you look at a screen.
But apparently it's amazing, the technology.
Really?
Like you can... Because I guess you get on for lack of a better term, like a stationary motorcycle, and you're supposed to be riding one of the Banshees.
The speeders, okay, yeah.
No, the Banshees are the big dragons they fly out in the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
And I guess even the little stationary bike you're on, like when the Banshee breathes,
it expands.
Air bladders expand in it to make it feel like you're riding.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
It's supposed to be amazing. Like that ride's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it, but
we're going this summer. We'll try to get on it. Tell you how it is.
Like they say, the lines haven't decreased. Like there's usually like a 3-6 month trend in those lines decreasing.
Yeah.
Like all the people that study it.
Right.
None.
Huh.
So I had to pull a Joe style story that I'm shocked he missed.
All right.
This took place in Jersey, and this is an older story, but mystery high school pooper revealed.
Okay.
Did you hear this?
No.
So,
or did I? No, I don't think I did.
This is actually funny that you say this because Bob's Burgers, which I'm pretty sure takes place in Jersey, has an episode like this.
I don't know about this. Police in New Jersey are on the hunt for a mystery pooper at Homedale High School. They set up surveillance that led them to their suspect. So he was the superintendent of a different school district.
That's amazing.
That's so awesome.
That's like stealing the mascot of the other school. You just go to the other school and shit in it.
So he was pooping in the Homedale High School track, and he's the superintendent of the Kellingworth Public Schools, and they dubbed him the pooperintendent of schools. How did Joe get this story?
Did they go into like why he was doing it, or
it said
obviously to get back at Homedale High School?
That's
for beating them in track.
They
or
said
something.
the arrest of the public school superintendent followed weeks of employees finding feces on a daily basis.
This is amazing.
That's incredible.
On the high school football field and track.
He poops like I doodle. He finds whatever free time he's got.
It's unclear what prompted the official to repeatedly take a dump on school grounds. Oh my God. He was put on a paid leave of absence.
Yeah, because they put you in like I forget what the rubber room or something it's called.
For the pooperintendent?
Yeah. The pooperintendent.
The pooperintendent of schools. Like, do you think that's a rivalry thing? Or like they didn't give him a job years ago?
Maybe he doesn't like the principal. Because they probably have to go to like superintendent meetings.
Yeah, he doesn't like the other superintendent.
Yeah.
Steals his thunder at the meetings.
Maybe the other superintendent slept with his wife.
Maybe
or something. You never know.
Something to do with like budgeting or something like that. They got more money in the budget.
They got a nice new track.
Like,
He'll show them.
He's like, we needed the track.
But who are you really teaching a lesson to besides the janitor? That poor bastard every morning. Someone's going to be like, Doug.
Adios mio. He's got to clean up shit every morning off the track. Human shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a dog pooping on the track. Ay, no es un perro.
Oh, God. Poor guy.
Yeah, that's the only person you torture, and it's the poor janitor every morning. He's got to pick up your turds.
I'm pretty sure I walked past human shit on the floor the other day near work.
How do you know?
In the city?
In the city.
Yeah,
how do you know it just wasn't a big dog?
No, it looks different, dude.
I've seen actual people take shits in the street.
Yeah.
Especially,
Did you really?
Oh, at work, yeah. But especially when you work the overnight shift, you just see people squatting
and pooping in the streets.
Yeah, I've seen it on a day shift too. When you work outside every single day, you see some of the weirdest crap that you could come across. Literally. Yeah.
Did we talk about the lady in Starbucks last week?
I was kind of...
Oh, the lady that... You know why she did that, though, right?
Because she's insane?
She's crazy.
So, in case anyone doesn't know, what happened?
I have no idea.
So, she flipped out, took a shit on the floor of Starbucks. And then,
Tim Hortons.
Was it Tim Hortons? I thought it was Starbucks.
But then she took the shit and started throwing it at the employees.
And then wiped her ass with napkins and threw the dirty napkins at the employees.
So, the reason why she did it was because they wouldn't let her use the bathroom.
So
because she didn't buy anything?
I'll show you. I mean...
No, apparently, I heard she had kind of gone before and left a disaster.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's why they weren't.
They're like, not again.
Okay.
Juan doesn't want to clean it up anymore.
Well, I mean, I think
that's a second job.
They would probably would have been better
at the
off.
High school in the morning and then goes to Tim Hortons to clean up her shit.
Yeah, but she was like, the video, right, had no sound or anything.
Right.
But she is super animated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very animated.
Yeah.
She became a monkey at that point. She picked up her turd and she threw it at the fucking cashiers.
Just taking a dump in a store is enough.
Right.
To then have lost your mind enough to pick it up and throw it at other human beings.
Oh, no, she had that intention. Like, she was like, I'm going to shit on the floor and pick it up. It wasn't like, I'm just going to shit on the floor and get this over with, and then, ooh, wait, I'll pick it up.
No,
it was, I'm going to shit and pick it up.
Once she was in mid-shit, she's like, I'm taking it and throwing it. Like, that's happening.
Yeah.
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 She
should have just shit into her hand.
That might be a little difficult.
Yeah?
I mean,
maybe she was worried about the consistency at first.
Maybe. Yeah. You make sure it's able to be picked up.
I just, like, that's... I I'm out of the job. I'm like,
oh yeah, I would have walked out.
No, can't. I've had enough.
You would have let her just use the bathroom probably, and told Juan to clean it up.
I would. Yes. I absolutely would have. And I'm amazed. Like, she must have really caused a problem.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, no, I can't do this anymore. I gotta go find another job.
What if someone threw a turd at you though, Mike? Like you're in your store, you're in your restaurant, and you're like, sorry, ma'am, you made a real mess, and I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. Please go next door to McDonald's or whatever. And she shits on the floor and throws the turd at you.
I'm not sure I could restrain myself.
Right. Like you'd hit her? You would hit the woman?
I think.
Yeah, I think that
I
that's
think there's
grounds.
a line.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hit women, right?
Mm-hmm. You rubber face it?
But you're not really a woman anymore.
I mean, that's one of those things where
like a capuchin, like you're a monkey.
Oh my god!
Like that's,
if you hit a woman and they're like, why'd you do it? She threw her shit at me. Like, what do you mean
Case
shit?
dismissed.
No, like her actual fecal matter. Like, okay, no problem.
Yeah. Like I don't know how anyone dealt with that.
I mean, a lot of people probably in shock at the time too.
In a court of law, you would lose that fight.
Why?
I don't think
That's
so.
assault. They're
You
throwing
were
something at
assaulted.
you. You're defending yourself.
Yeah.
I don't
if I
think so.
took a glass and I threw it at you, what's the difference? A bottle or?
I'd rather you throw a glass at me.
That could kill you potentially.
I mean,
a
so
turd
if
can. It's not
you don't
deadly.
know that you get an infection.
It's not a deadly turd.
It could turn into something.
Oh my god.
It's just the idea.
I think
of
Judge
it.
Judy would tell you you're wrong.
I don't know
Judge
about that.
Judy?
I don't know. I think if you went up to Judge Judy,
Judge
and you're like,
Milan? I like Judge Milian. She's great.
What?
Judge Milian.
I don't know. I'm not.
You watch a lot of
94.
daytime
I watch
TV.
a lot of daytime.
Well, I'm done at like 12 o'clock now.
I was about to say you watch a lot of daytime TV.
Yeah. It's on at like 4 o'clock. Is that all the news you got today?
Yeah.
You knows it.
You knows it. Very good. Thank you, Johnny. All right, that's going to lead us into wasting time. You want to give Tony a lead in, Mike?
Take it away, Tony. Pew pew.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment. How are you wasting time? Or how are you pissing off your wife?
All right, so who wants to start with wasting time?
I'll start.
Okay, go
I have
for
a
it.
couple of things. You want me to start with one or both of them?
You're going to say them all.
All
go
right.
for it, yeah.
So the past maybe like 3 or 4 days, found the kitten living outside my apartment.
A stray kitten?
She's probably like 6 to a year old. Yeah, stray kitten. Seems like she was somebody's cat because she's really wants the attention from people.
Yeah, because usually stray cats
They
won't let
stay
you
away.
touch them.
No, she's letting me pet her. I've been feeding her. I'm trying to get her in my apartment, but she's not coming in. But
You want to take in a stray cat?
Yeah, I will. All my other cats I had were strays. I mean, they were a lot younger than her.
You have cats?
Yeah, I had 2 cats.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and actually, my cat passed away last year, and she looks exactly like my cat that passed away. Almost identical.
Fur, tail.
Fur, like even like it's
2 ears, 4 legs.
no, like
3 legs, damn.
if you look at my cat had like a very like they're called like a tortoise shell. So it's very like it's black with
That's
like all.
definitely you may be misnaming that animal.
No. It's I'm telling you, it's like a lot of specks of
My
different
glasses
colors.
are tortoiseshell.
All right.
Like my frames on my glasses,
Yeah.
like a brown and a yellow
Yes,
and
so that's
black.
That's this cat that I found, and it looks exactly like my old cat. And I'm like,
does it let you pet it?
Yes.
So why don't you just carry it inside?
Because she won't let me pick her up. That's why once I kind of like go to pick her up, she kind of like runs away. So I'm like, listen, if you want to come in, the door's open. If not, I'm getting a dog. It's your choice.
Why don't you just be a man and get a dog?
That's why I already put in for the adoption papers for a dog too.
Attaboy.
So
At the adoption papers?
yeah, for a dog.
I don't understand.
You got to apply.
Just go to the pound. They
You
got
can.
dozens
You
of them.
can.
We took my daughter like a month ago.
That's you got your daughter from the pound?
No. Nurture
We'll take that one.
Nurture Animal League did
Yeah.
like a giant
Yeah.
adoption day where they brought in
Gotcha.
dogs from all
Yeah.
over.
But,
to be
The thing I went to a
Adopted.
different different adoption agency.
adoption agency.
But they do.
He's gonna end up with a little Chinese kid and not know what happened.
No. They do a little. They do a little.
You're not a
more.
chow chow.
Well,
That's my name, Chow Chow. Damn it.
he's yours now. You can't return him.
You ever watch Arrested Development?
No.
Oh man, they adopt like an 18-year-old like Asian kid that they think is like a little boy, and he's not. Same thing's gonna happen.
That's it.
Man. But
So what kind of dog do you want to get?
The dog that I put in for was a black lab.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
They get big though, man.
I don't understand putting in for a dog.
So the adoption agency that I went to does like
keep saying agency.
That's what it is. I don't know.
Thing ever.
That's what they are.
Don't you get a dog from either a pound or / breeder?
No, but North Shore is an adoption place. You adopt a dog from there.
But don't you just go that one and take them home?
You still got to fill out with that one. You have to fill out paperwork.
Yeah, but you don't gotta they don't gotta come and look at your house.
Some of them do.
You keep it clean. They do not.
Yes, I'm telling you. I had to put down references. The place I went to. I'm not even joking you. If
You're definitely getting an Asian kid. You don't even know it.
If I get a phone call from an adoption agency, I'm telling them all lies.
Well, the place I went to, from when I found out from North Shore, a lot of those dogs are very sick.
Okay.
And a lot of them don't make it. So the place I went to, they take care of the dogs a lot better.
Okay.
They also, the dog comes with all his vaccinations, comes neutered, all that stuff.
So you want a pound dog? You don't want a...
I'm not going to go to a breeder.
Like a sparkly new one?
No, I'm going to adopt. If I'm going to do it.
We got a dog from North Shore Animal League, and
Yeah.
it lasted us 14 years.
All right, so.
Yeah, he was a good dog. Buddy was a good dog.
Not to say that what I heard is true.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
It was $100 donation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's all you needed to
It went up.
Yeah, sure. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, it went up.
Yeah. What is it now? 300?
I think it's like between 300 and 400, something like that.
I bought the dog I have now, Ringo, he's a Papillon, purebred Papillon. I got him from a breeder for $500.
Okay.
Because he was like old stock. If they don't sell
heirloom wheat.
If they don't sell them within like the first 8 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Then the price drops dramatically.
Really?
Yeah. So I got him at like 15 weeks.
Because he was broken one in the litter.
No, just because once they get after a certain age, I guess they devalue.
I guess I don't know. I don't know why. I guess it's harder to train them.
No,
Maybe.
It has to do. I think more people want like a puppy,
Yeah.
like a legitimate puppy.
Well, I got him at 13 weeks old. He was still a tiny little fur ball.
Listen, I agree. The dog I was looking at is 3 months.
Yeah.
But another dog I was looking at was like a month, and they're a huge difference in size and their energy and everything.
See, you're a single guy, so like you can any kind of rescue pound dog, like those will all be fine for you.
Yeah.
My kids really want a dog. I kind of think I have to go for a breeder because I don't want to one day take out the garden hose and the dog freaks out because it was
Well, you could get
because it used to be beaten by a garden hose.
You do the rescue, you get a puppy. It's the same thing as getting a puppy from a breeder. They don't know any better.
Yeah,
I
guess.
It's when you start adopting like a year, 2 years adult type of dog where they might have bad habits already that you really have to get into retraining them and stuff.
I've heard horror stories, and like my story with Buddy is great because he was beaten. He had one eye was all messed up because he got beaten so bad. But he was a great dog. He didn't come out of the bathroom for like a month. Like he just laid in the bathroom. He you said let's go outside, and he went in the yard and came back and sat in the bathroom. He opened up after like a month or so. But I've heard horror stories and people had they brought him back. Like we can't do it.
Yeah, because that's what I mean.
We just can't do it. But
the previous owner mistreats
phone
him.
rings and he goes crazy.
All right. Well, I hope you get approved for your adoption.
I think I will. I don't see why not.
Yeah. All right.
That seems overly complicated.
Yeah.
Listen, I guess they're doing the right thing by the dog.
You know, the day you bring that dog and the cat's going to tromp in right behind you.
I know.
You're going to be
What
screwed.
the fuck is this about?
I'm gonna have a cat and a dog all within a matter of a day.
I thought we had a thing.
Well, the other good thing is that the place that I went to, the rescue, I'll call it rescue, and I said adoption clinic.
Boy.
The dog comes neutered. They don't let you take the dog home.
Neutered.
They don't let you take the dog home until the dog's neutered and healed from the neuter. So
Which is only a day anyway.
Yeah, I mean, so
throw in a neuter, you got yourself a deal.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You have to take him neutered.
Yeah, that's what they do. They want to make sure that the dog's neutered, healed. That way you take the dog home. You don't really have to worry about that. All the shots, all the vaccinations, all included with it too.
That's good.
And that's why I kind of like this, this spot.
And that's why they charge you a little bit more.
I was between $300 and $400.
Yeah.
Like same thing as North Shore.
Right.
Same prices, and they do everything for you. So
very good. What else you got? Is that it?
Oh, so Nintendo Classic came out.
Yes.
I didn't
have one.
It's very expensive, so I went and I bought Sega has their own version of that. So I bought that, and I've been playing that nonstop pretty much.
Did you have to get that on the black market, or is it readily available at stores?
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Like $60 on Amazon.
Nice.
What's on it?
Honestly, the only really good games on it is Sonic and Mortal Kombat.
The original Mortal Kombat.
Original 3, they have Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 is on it. Every single Sonic that they have, and then they have a bunch of games that I've never even heard of.
Okay.
But the cool thing about it is that you could take the old games that you have, if you still have them, or you could buy them somewhere, and you could put them into the console.
That's cool.
You put the cartridge
that is
in.
cool.
Yeah, so I went literally today. I went to my parents' house, started rummaging through stuff.
Got some mic stands.
Got some mic stands,
Right.
and I got some games.
Oh,
See, I told them last night, make sure you get those mic stands.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I had a reason to go there besides that.
There
So I
you
was
go.
like, kill two birds with one. And I stole a pillow from them too. So
Nice.
I really made my.
How's
my trip.
Dad doing?
He's doing good.
Doing good?
Yeah, he's doing really well. Yeah.
Dad had some kidney stones.
Kidney stones, in and out of the hospital, driving me nuts.
Yeah, driving everybody nuts.
So yeah, but he's doing good. He's home. He's home relaxing,
Good.
playing his games before.
Very good. So how do you like the system?
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun?
Yeah, I've gotten it. I've had it a couple of days, and I can't seem to put it down.
Nice.
So
Yeah, that's what I like. I got it and I played through Zelda.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a game and a half, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the classic one. I don't know why. Like the graphics are terrible.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with one of my other friends, and I was telling him I have it. I'm like, I prefer this over some of the video games you have today.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I find it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like
Some of 'em.
nostalgia or if it's just it's a little simplified or.
You know what some of it is? Like you can pick up an old Mario and like there's A and B.
Yes.
Right? And you'll get that coordination back really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some of the new games, like there's 16 buttons and combinations, and like unless you play it a lot, you don't. I'm like, what one's the shield? And
Yeah.
you're just clicking and arrows are shooting.
And it changes from year to year sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
if you
they,
play Madden 17 and then play Madden 13.
Oh yeah, they change little things here and there with that, but for the most part, it stays the same.
Yeah, all I know is that I had Madden like 10.
Okay.
And I played that for like 9 years until
Until 19 came out.
until 19 came out, and then I'm like, whoa, I'm not playing this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I used to get those Madden games every single year religiously. Not anymore. I don't even have my Xbox.
Once I made an
apartment.
entire team of my family and friends and made them all 99s out
Yeah.
of the hundreds, and I was like, I'm not buying another game.
Yeah.
I worked too hard for
Yeah,
this.
I think that's part of the problem, though. You just can't pick up a lot of the new
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
You
I don't
gotta
even
play
try.
them. The stories are so much more complicated. You're like,
Yeah.
what was I doing? Like, what quest was I on?
And are some of them? Do you have to play with other people on the internet?
I guess some of
they
them.
give you the option to. Like,
Okay.
so that's what makes them fun. Like, you have like the Medal Honor games, I think they're
Yeah,
called. Whatever they are, that
Yeah.
you could play on game against other people,
Okay.
and it's like a battle type of situation.
That's cool.
But
Does this have NHL 95 on it?
it doesn't have that. But if you
Which you could plug NHL 95 in.
don't have it.
yeah, but if
You
you
probably
go,
pick it up for $2.
you
You
can go to like
so?
GameStop, probably has it, or you go on Amazon. I started seeing games on as soon as I bought that.
Yeah.
A bunch of games like recommended for you from the original Sega.
They should be able to download them. Like
The thing is, a lot
wirelessly.
of the games that come on it are games that were made by Sega,
okay,
and like
that was made by EA.
yes, exactly. Like there's Spider-Man games that that's not on there.
Right.
Any of those movie games, like there's like a popular Aladdin game for the Sega.
Right.
That's not on there, but I happen to have it, so I have it here now, and I can play it. So
I sold all that. So I brought it all to GameStop one day.
I'm glad I kept it all.
I
now.
sold the Sega Genesis. I sold 2 NES.
I still have the
Not
two.
NES, whatever it's called. The
Yeah, the classic.
Nintendo
yeah.
system. I don't know what I call
Yeah,
it. Nintendo.
isn't it NES?
I think so.
Yeah, Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah. And I sold 2 of them. They were both working, functional friggin' machines for like $40 each.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago.
And now they go for so much.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if they're functioning.
Yeah. Mike, you waste any time?
So I have an interesting story.
Nice.
For my daughter's communion,
Yeah.
for my oldest, we had gotten M&Ms
Yes.
printed with her face on them
Okay.
for a favor.
Yeah.
So we bought like little gumball machines. You take a picture, you send it to M&M, they print them. So we got like the colors that matched all the colors for the party, and that was it. So
These are the ones my son was eating 100 of?
no. So for my second daughter, the communion we just had,
Yes.
we want to do this again. So my wife has someone come over, do her hair. We put just the top of like the dress on,
Yeah.
right? Take a picture, put the picture online, pick the color, send it into M&M.
Right.
We get a message from M&M, hey, your delivery date is going to be X. It's like 2 days after the party. So we're like, all right, how can we remedy this? Like, you can pay for expedited shipping. We're like, Done.
Done, right.
Right? Because I think it was, to get 10 pounds of M&Ms, it was $250.
Shipping.
No. That's what it costs to print them.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, so like, that's going to be the favor. We're going to get the little gumball machines again. All right, whatever. That's fine. We pay for the expedited shipping. Guess what doesn't come? M&Ms.
So because I don't remember it.
No, we just got regular, different colored M&Ms. You can get colored M&Ms,
right.
At lots of places. So my daughter's communion was how many? 3-4 weeks ago at this point?
Yeah.
You want to know what arrived in my house today?
M&Ms.
10 pounds
oh my God.
of printed M&Ms with my daughter's face on them. 4 weeks after the party.
Yeah.
Then I paid for expedited shipping.
Right.
Here's the best part. You want to know how they sent it to me? They overnighted it.
What?
Wow.
They overnighted it.
So they didn't get printed until 2 days ago.
And then overnighted it.
Yeah.
I can't, what? I don't even understand what happened there.
Did you call up yet? Or did Monica call up? Yeah.
And my wife called, and they're looking into it, and they're going to get back to us.
Mm-hmm.
Looking into it. They better.
How are we going to screw the Guidas?
I just don't what? Yes, someone clearly saw a note on the desk and was like, "Oh my God, M&Ms," and ran and went and printed them. But it's 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah,
completely.
Especially, didn't they say that you were going to get them originally a day or two after?
Right. So they said originally, "Hey, you're going to get a day or two after." We call "Hey, that's not going to work. All right, you can pay for expedited shipping." Done.
Yeah.
So we paid for them to overnight them.
Yeah, which is probably $50.
Doesn't come.
Right.
So then we call them back and we're like, "Forget it." And they're like, "Yeah, no, we'll cancel the order. Don't worry."
Did you get charged for them? Because
of course we did.
Oh, okay.
We'll refund the money.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Whatever, it is what it is.
Right.
And we didn't look to see if it was refunded yet.
Yeah.
But it clearly wasn't.
Okay.
Because when we checked.
Well, you could have gotten free M&Ms.
No, we checked today.
Because I had bought a jacket from Etsy, not Etsy, Zulily or something like that, and it didn't come for weeks. And we called up and it didn't come, and they're like, "Okay, we'll send you a new one. We'll send you another one." And they sent it, and then the very next day, I got the original one, and then I got the next one, and I didn't get charged for twice.
So, because today when she called, she was talking to them, and she's like, "You need to refund our money." And she's like, "Well, we printed them," and we were like, "Yeah, but you printed them 4 weeks after we needed them." And they're like, "This is a large order. We have to go through our finance department."
Right. Well, get them on the phone.
And so that's what we're waiting for a call back.
You might get the money back. Same thing happened with me with a couple of T-shirts.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to get them in the beginning of April, and I called up and I'm like, "There's no shipping information on them at all." I'm like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Oh, we're out of stock of those shirts now." I'm like, "So just cancel. I don't want it." A month later, I get
the
two shirts, and I'm like, I looked at my charge.
Yeah, no, we were charged.
Yeah.
And for them to say "Oh, well, we have to see if we're going to refund it." What do you mean you got to see?
Yeah.
I don't need them now.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with 10 pounds of M&Ms?
Yeah.
So.
Graduation?
No, they have her communion picture on them. On the back, they say, "Congratulations on your first communion."
Oh, just lick them off.
So my wife said if they don't refund them, she wants you to throw all the weight of the Dinner and Podcast social media behind it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
To trash,
Yeah,
you did Dunkin' Donuts.
I'll get on it.
You'll rue the day.
Yeah, I'll get on it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'll keep you in the loop as to what's going on.
Very good.
The other thing I did, I watched Kevin Smith's.
That's on mine too.
stand-up.
That's on mine too.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
So did I.
Absolutely loved it.
So did I.
I don't know why he doesn't do more of them. This was prior to his heart attack, though.
The day of his heart attack, he
out of town.
died. He died. He had a heart attack shooting this.
Oh my God!
So when you shoot a comedy special, you usually shoot at least 2.
Yeah.
Back to back in case there's a heckle or you flub a joke.
Yeah.
You shoot some comedians shoot 3 or 4 in a row,
the
2 nights and 2 nights, same outfit,
jokes.
same routine, and they'll just cut the best version of that delivery or whatever.
Yeah.
So he shot one. And then he was supposed to go shoot the other, and he was in the green room waiting for him to switch out the audience, and that's when he had the heart attack. Wow. He never shot it. Oh, wow. So, but I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it a lot.
Now, I years ago had watched
he doesn't move at all. He just stands
still.
No,
but he did An Evening with Kevin Smith.
Okay.
An Evening with Kevin Smith 2, and then he did. There's one about turning 40, right? Mm-hmm. He did those, but I think he's 48 or 49 now. Yeah. So that was it's been 8 or 9 years since he's done one of these.
Right.
And it's definitely just stories.
Mm-hmm. But about his wife mostly.
But it completely functions like a stand-up routine.
Absolutely.
It's not like punchline joke, punchline joke, punchline joke.
Yeah.
But he's a really good storyteller.
He's a great storyteller.
I'm shocked how good a storyteller he is.
Yeah, why? He does that on his podcast all the time.
I know, but it's a really... to tell stories that are that engaged. It's like some of them aren't. There's nothing to the story.
Yeah.
Right. There's nothing like the one where he's out on the balcony smoking weed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
with the
not a
cop.
real story. You know what I mean?
You don't think?
There's nothing like if you told me that story, it'd be an interesting anecdote, right? But he makes an entire story out of it, and like adds details and tells them so well. Like my wife watched it and she really enjoyed it.
Nicole watched it too.
I was shocked how much I enjoyed it. He's really good. He should do that more
The
often.
maroon underwear was funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if he doesn't like doing that because don't they do a lot of touring when it comes to that?
I guess he works these out because he does evenings with Kevin Smith where you can go and watch him do these. And I think that's what he just kind of compiled all his... And it's all really recent stuff that's happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he's talking about the burgers that he was getting when he was shooting the Flash.
Yeah.
And every time he went to A&W, he had to get more burgers, and they got to know him in there. It was good stories.
Yeah, it was really good. I was shocked how good it was. And like his daughter driving for the first time.
And it was funny because like I turned it, I'm flipping through the guide.
Right.
And I see Kevin Smith, I Stand Alone, or whatever the name of it was.
I can't remember. It's something to do with him dying, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, the guy from King of Queens. I'll watch this.
Kevin James?
Yeah. And I because I saw his stand-up was on Netflix.
Which I heard is very good. I haven't watched it.
I turned
yet.
on the first 10 minutes, had to turn it off because it was terrible.
Really?
Oh, I heard it's good.
I didn't finish it at all. Maybe I'll go back to it. But
He
the
was
first
out
10
on
minutes.
Long Island like maybe a few months ago or last year.
Yeah.
I wanted to go check him out, but I just
The first 10 minutes was bad.
Really?
It seemed very forced, and I just turned it off. But it could have gotten better.
See, well, there's Kevin James, right, was a stand-up. Then he's been an actor now for like... Stand-up is one of those things you have to do to be good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I turned on, I'm like, oh, I read that wrong. Kevin Smith. Okay. I was like, I didn't know he did stand-up. I'll give this a shot. And then it was the one he's talking about where he tells his wife he can come real fast.
Yeah.
And that joke was a really funny joke.
Yeah.
And that's when Nicole was watching. She started cracking up. So I was like, okay, good.
Yeah. So we caught it like 10 minutes in, and I'm like, I wonder if it's on demand. And it was, and we sat and watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I was shocked how much I enjoyed it.
Nice. Is that all you got?
And then I've been watching Archer.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been watching Archer?
I watched the third episode last night.
What do you think?
It's okay.
Yeah, they're not as good. Neither one of the last two seasons have been as good.
I'm really, I'm a little bored with the hotel. And
I think the genre is what made Archer.
Yeah.
That they were like inept spies that happened to come through all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think this is as good.
To be honest, all I know, here's my synopsis of the last episode. Germans.
Yeah.
I don't know why there was a feud between him and the German.
Because he fought him in Spain. So the Germans, before World War I, supported a revolution in Spain.
Am I supposed to know this?
It's history.
You didn't answer the question. Am I supposed to know this?
I know it.
You still didn't answer the question. Did you know that?
Nah, probably not. No.
Yeah.
The
so
Germans-
there was
I had no idea.
So all the stuff the Germans used for war, they tested
in Spain.
Beforehand.
Okay.
Like they gave them a lot of that technology too.
So that's why I didn't get that joke.
Right. Well, so there's a lot of German in the show, and they don't bother translating it.
Yeah.
They just
say it.
I think if you understood German, they're jokes. They just don't translate them. But I thought it was funny, he said, because that's, what's his name? The cyborg. It's Barry.
Right. Yeah, Barry.
His normal nemesis.
Yeah.
And he said that Archer's a reverse ace because I shot him down 5 times.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know.
I liked the one where they talked about chinchilladas.
Yes.
Enchiladas made out of chinchillas.
Yes, that was very good.
Chinchilladas.
They had to find a way to get money real quick.
Yeah.
That was good.
I don't think anything was as good as the early shows.
No, not at all.
And it's a shame because the first time they broke from format of them being spies was the one where they were dealing drugs. Mm-hmm. And that's a fantastic season.
Yeah.
And they were like, we can do other things. And then they did
Didn't they break away where he's on Bob's Burgers for a little bit too?
That's in one of the regular seasons. Yeah.
Archer's actually in Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he
loses his memory or something like that. And he ends up working at.
I think it's the one where his fiance dies.
Okay.
Right? So then the season ends with him running off, and then it starts with him in Bob's Burgers, flipping burgers.
That's funny.
Because he's the voice.
Same voice.
Yeah.
Same voice.
It's very hard for me to watch.
Is it?
Yeah.
You see, I never watched Bob's Burgers.
I watch Bob's Burgers. It's hard for me to watch Archer because I just think of Bob.
It's hard for me to watch Bob's Burgers.
Because of the
Archer.
Yeah.
That's a good episode.
Because I started watching Bob's Burgers
first. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it's the same exact actor.
Yeah.
But I really, really would recommend the early stuff in Archer. I'm not as thrilled with the new stuff. I'm just not.
I agree.
I'm hoping they get a home run coming up, but
because every episode so far has been about him flying some type of plane.
Yeah.
And it's just not.
The jokes don't seem to be there.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is I don't have a base of reference for it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know Spain and Germany's history.
And I don't know any of these kind of noir, or not even noir, like adventure-style movies.
Yeah.
Like with the Harrison Ford. It's like Indiana Jones with Indiana Jones, like he's a jungle adventurer.
Right.
I don't have any reference for that.
No.
I had a reference for all, like, Kenny Loggins and Danger Zone, and, like, I had reference to James Bond.
Right.
I think that's what I'm missing.
Sure.
I don't know.
I wonder if there are any people that are alive that even get that stuff. Like, because all that stuff is, like, from the 30s that they're referencing, I'm assuming, the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, because the show's set in the 30s.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be set earlier than that.
Well, when was the World War II? Is this pre-World War II?
Pre-World War. I think it's pre-World. I think it's between World War One and World War II.
All right, so it's in the 30s and 40s.
I know it's in the 20s.
I think it's in the 20s. I don't even know.
World War II is 40 something, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
1939.
Yeah.
Germany invaded Poland.
Okay.
To like 1945.
Look at you.
I think we have a new news guy.
Yeah.
He actually has the facts.
Yeah, I know some about history. I'm pretty good with history.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's probably like a 20-year span because World War One ended in 1919.
Oh.
Or 1918.
One
of those 2 years.
Tambini, you're out. Tambini, you're in.
That stuff I know. I don't know Germany and Spain. That stuff.
I think that's early night. I could be wrong about that, but
that I don't know.
All right. Have you seen Evil Genius on Netflix?
No, what's that?
It's a documentary show. I watched the first 4 episodes. I don't know how many episodes there are, and I don't know if the first 4 episodes are all intertwined. It's about this very elaborate murder homicide that was put together by a bunch of rednecks in like Pennsylvania somewhere.
Is it a cartoon?
No, it's a true story documentary film. That they already know the answer to, and then they're kind of just like unsolved mystery in you.
Okay,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So it's a very elaborate plot to rob a bank of some money. That like 4 or 5 people put together. That took them like 20 years to figure out.
Figure out who did it and how they did it.
Exactly.
Did they ever catch the guys, or you don't know that yet?
Yeah, they finally got the person who did it to confess.
What's the statute of limitations on a bank robbery?
Well, it wasn't even the bank robbery that they got him on. They got him on the murder. So,
they committed. There's no statute of limitations
some of these
on
people,
murders.
but some of these people that did the crimes died before they found out.
Oh wow.
That they did it, so they got away with it. But they did find out. I'm not saying they arrested them or were able to detain them, but they did find out eventually who did it and how they did it. So it was very compelling. Like usually those shows you can watch one and then wait a couple of days to watch another one.
Yeah.
Nicole and we did 3 in a row, and then we put on the 4th one, and there was like 4 more people that got added into the scenario, and we're like, okay, we need a little break.
Yeah.
So but it was very good. So check that out, Evil Genius. Have you guys seen the naked chicken chalupa from Taco Bell?
I know what it is.
This is a fucking taco where they replaced the taco shell with a chicken cutlet.
They did that already with KFC.
KFC had a chicken sandwich.
The sandwich.
Yeah, but that was the same thing.
The bread is replaced by the sandwich.
Yeah. No, this is a taco shaped piece of chicken.
Yeah.
But it's the same concept. Instead of having a taco shell, you have chicken.
Yeah, but what kind of evil wizardry do you have to do to make a taco, a chicken breast into
everything is modified now anyway. So
they have taco molds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want my chicken in a mold.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying. Like the ones that heat up, like you can put it on your barbecue. It's just like a V-shaped metal thing, and you can put your tortilla in there, and it'll heat up and it'll crisp up to that shape. They just do that with a piece of chicken. You think
that's why they're doing that, or those come in frozen in U shapes already?
Yeah.
Well, at some point they have to be put in a mold and frozen.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah.
But it looks
There's chickens fed into some machine, and at the other end, U-shaped tacos come out.
Oh my God, what are people thinking? And then you fill that chicken taco with beef.
Is that what they're putting in it?
It's a taco.
And that is why obesity is the leading cause of death in the United States.
There you go.
There's a Taco Bell not far from here.
You want to go hit it up?
Let's go.
Get naked chicken chalupas?
Yeah. No, the one you're talking about closed down, I think. The one on Hillside? Or the one on Utopia?
Utopia.
Utopia is still open. There's one on Hillside that was even
Utopia is
closer.
the best Taco Bell in Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't think I've ever gotten an order wrong there.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go there after the show.
All right.
All right, cool. I had the bus ride from hell the other day. So I get on the bus.
And all his pencil points broke.
Yeah, my pencil
He was stuck there without a pencil.
I leave them in school. I don't even bring them home.
I assume you have a traveling case.
I do.
Zippery zips a zip.
I do, actually.
Take that pencils, sharpener.
You don't even want to know. I will show you that pencil case right now.
I knew it.
But, so it was the day that, like, the rain started, like, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, my God. It's rained in New York for, like, a month straight now.
But day one, like, it was really, really bad rain. We had, like, 4 inches of rain that day, right? So I pull up to the bus stop in my car, and I realize I don't have an umbrella. So instead of me getting out and waiting 8 minutes for the bus to show up at the bus stop, I sit in the car and look in my rearview mirror and wait till I see the bus coming up the street. In the meantime, 7 people are waiting at the bus stop now. So now I'm number 8 in line. I get on the bus.
Is there limited seats?
There's limited seats. I'm the last stop before it goes to Manhattan. I never usually have a problem getting a seat, even if there are people online. But when it rains, there tends to be more people and less seats. So,
I would think more people would drive on those days.
No, more people don't want to drive. They want to just take the bus and not have to worry about driving.
No.
Yeah. So the last 5 people on this line, including myself, have to stand.
Okay.
Right? But I'm the last person on the bus, so I'm the first person out of the bus when it gets to Manhattan.
How long is your ride?
The ride's about 40 minutes with no traffic, so it's probably an hour and 10 in the rain with traffic. So it's not pleasant to stand up. Definitely not. And when it's raining, the guy's got the heat on because he's got to unfog the windows, and it's not a fun, right? So the lady who got on prior to me, she's pregnant, but she's newly pregnant. Like, you can't even tell she's pregnant. She starts to get car sick.
How do you know she's pregnant? Oh.
She starts to get car sick, and I have my headphones on, and she's fucking hitting me in the back. And I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, yeah, what's up? She's like, I could you move, please? Just move, please. And you literally have, 16 inches in this little aisle between seats. And I move. I'm like, I don't know where you want me to go, where you're going. So she runs up to the bus driver and says, I need to get off this bus. I'm pregnant. I'm going to throw up. And that's when I found out she's pregnant.
Okay.
At this point, I'm like, if I heard this, I'm 4 rows back from where she is, and there are people in these 4 rows. There's at least 8 people to 16 people.
You're talking about,
No one gets up for this
No
woman.
one's going to.
Okay, no one. I would have. Okay, but no one gets up for this lady.
A lot of people aren't.
I get up on the subway.
Yeah.
For ladies still.
Yeah, of course, because you're a chivalrous man.
Yeah.
So he decides, he's like, all right, I'll pull over. I got to get off. Now he has to get off the highway at the next exit. He pulls over. She says, just leave me. I'll be fine.
In the rain, throwing up?
And she gets off. She vomits all over this person's lawn.
Oh, man.
And he leaves her, right? So he has a phone, like an old-fashioned corded phone, like with the twirly cord on the bus.
Where does the other end go?
To the bus depot.
Yeah, it probably goes to the dispatch.
To the dispatch. So he calls up and he tells the dispatch what happens. And he's still driving at this point. So he pulls up to this light. And this light that he pulls up to is another big bus stop for a different bus, right? That goes to a different part of Manhattan. So he comes over the loudspeaker and says, dispatch making me go back to the beginning of the route. And everyone on the bus is like, what? And everyone's like we were on the highway going to Manhattan.
Yeah.
And now this bus, for some reason, for whatever reason, has to go back to the beginning of the route, which is like 40 minutes away.
How far into it were you?
We were on the highway. No more stops. I'm the last stop before Manhattan.
You get on the highway and then you go straight.
We get on the highway and go right to Manhattan.
Yeah, but how far into the drive are you at that point? Of your 40-minute additional drive?
You said it's 40 minutes from your
stop. It's 40 minutes from my stop to Manhattan.
Yeah. So how far are you into it?
10 minutes
5
in,
minutes?
5 minutes?
5 minutes in.
5 minutes. We got on the highway. She said, I'd get sick, and we had got off the next exit.
Okay.
So now I see a bus coming up the street for that other bus stop. And I'm like, dude, let me off the bus. I'm going to hop on this one right here. I go. I get off the bus. The entire bus follows me. Right?
Yeah.
The whole bus gets off. They're like, we don't have time, so we're going to wait for this one.
Why are they making him go back?
Don't know.
There might be.
Did he even do that, or he just understood something wrong?
No,
it might be some type of protocol if you have like a sick passenger or something happens where you have to detour and they probably want you to go.
But the entrance to the highway is literally right next to him, and he's yelling at him on the phone. He's like, I can get on right here. So in the future, I don't think he's ever going to call again.
No, I think
he's just probably going to get on the highway again. But
they probably want to make sure there's nothing on the bus that made her sick.
Yeah,
maybe
that might be it too.
So now I'm third on, because I'm the first off the bus. So all these people that are sitting down are now last off the bus.
Yeah.
Right? So now I get online for the new bus. I'm the third person online. There were 2 motherfucking seats on this bus.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I got gypped out of a seat.
And now you're standing at the back of the
So now I'm
bus.
standing at the back of the bus, right? For the next 45 minutes to an hour. There's a little Asian girl sitting on her mom's lap, right next to me, right? Directly next to me. She falls asleep, right? Nice and cute. All of a sudden, about 40 minutes in, I smell vomit.
Oh, no.
Ah, no.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I smell vomit? I look over, and the little Asian girl woke up and vomited into like a ShopRite bag.
At least they got it in a bag and she didn't throw up all over.
Yeah, but now
the
I have to smell
No,
this
I know.
for the next, because now there's traffic. I'm late to work. I called up my job. I'm like, I'm not even in Manhattan yet.
You know that classroom with no kids in it?
Yeah. It's going to stay empty, even emptier.
Yeah, that's actually one day I actually
Tell my
had class.
doodles I miss it.
So that was, I finally got to work, and I couldn't get the smell of vomit out of my nose the whole day. But that was my bus ride from hell. And then I saw Deadpool, which I really, really enjoyed. I saw that on Sunday.
No spoilers, please.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's just as good as the first one. If not, maybe better, because they didn't have to waste any time introducing people. They didn't really do much of an intro with Cable.
Okay.
They didn't waste it. From what I started listening to other podcasts for reviews of the movie, and from what they're saying, they say a lot of the jokes are deep cut jokes. Like, you have to know comics to get some of these jokes. You have to have seen all the comic book movies to get some of the jokes.
Okay, that's cool.
You know, there was like a Rob Liefeld joke
in
there.
In the trailer, they have like a Goonies reference.
Yeah, there are references all over the place. Even, one podcast even said, like, if you think Ready Player One was heavy, with what would the word you just said? Reference heavy, then this one's even worse reference heavy, which I don't think so. I think that's impossible, because Ready Player One was just reference all over the
But
place.
like the whole premise of that movie is to...
But this movie was fun, man. It was fun. It was just like Deadpool 1. Just, you know, very similar jokes.
Well, that's what that type of movie is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun, violent.
Yeah.
And that's all you want from it.
Way more violent.
Good, it should be.
Way more violent.
Really?
That's his character.
Yeah. Like gory, more like disgusting violent. But it was good. It was very good. All the people that you want to see, you saw.
Good.
And it was good. So
forward to
definitely go out and see it.
Yeah.
Definitely check that out. That's all I got for wasting time. So on to our main topic tonight. We're an hour and 16 minutes into and then we're finally hitting our main topic. Johnny came up with the idea of, let's talk about non-MCU comic book movies.
Or
superhero movies. It has to be superhero movies? You said superhero?
I said superhero, but it could be comic too. It's the same thing, superhero, comic.
No.
We could do both, because, I thought I had said superhero movies, but...
I thought you just said non-MCU comic movies.
No, I thought I said, whatever. I mean, we could do a combination of the two.
Because I actually chose 3 that weren't superhero movies, just to have ones that weren't superhero movies.
Well, I have one that's probably not technically a comic movie.
Okay.
But
so let's go. You want to do honorable mentions first before we get into our lists? Or
yeah, just run down the list.
Because
we're probably going to cover everything between the two of us.
Johnny, what's your number 5?
3.
3? We're doing 3?
No, 3 of us.
Oh, okay.
What did I say?
The 2 of us.
Did you? I didn't hear. I wasn't paying attention.
I got it.
You got it. All right. What's your number 5?
Number 5 is The Crow.
Excellent choice, dude. Excellent choice.
That's a very good movie. They have a sequel to it that's not so much.
Yeah, because the kid died.
The guy died.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee. Yeah, Brandon Lee.
They're redoing that movie.
They are redoing it. I kind of don't want them
Jason
to do it.
Jason Momoa, dude, he's awesome.
Yeah, I know, but they did it right the first time.
If it wasn't him, I'd be leery of it.
I actually met Ernie Hudson at a Comic-Con one year. I met him. Nice guy. I was talking to him about this.
Really? Not Ghostbusters?
I spoke to him about Ghostbusters, but I also there's a lot of movies, a lot of shows that he's in, and I was talking to him about it, and he goes to me, he's like, I only talk to people about Ghostbusters. Thank you for bringing up other stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure he appreciated that.
It was cool. But yeah, this movie's great.
Yeah, 100%. Really, really like that movie.
It's a fun movie to watch, and
I watch that movie over and over.
And when it's on, I watch it. It's and I don't.
It's not on a lot.
No.
I had the tape, and I had the friggin' soundtrack, dude. I listened to that soundtrack so much.
Yes.
I love Stone Temple Pilots because of that movie.
Yeah.
Was it Vaseline? Was
I
was
think
on
that's
that
the
one?
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was some. Who are the ones that are really creepy? 9 Inch Nails were on that soundtrack, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good one. Mikey, what's your number 5?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nice. I didn't even think about
the
that
original one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a really good movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
the first one with the big rubber heads.
Yeah.
But that was just a good story in general.
Yeah,
It was very serious, very dark, and they changed, like they went completely away from that with the second one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one opens up with a fight in a toy store,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's way brighter and everything. Yeah, I like the first one.
Yeah,
Very good choices. I didn't even think of those two.
like
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is comic first.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm going to go Constantine.
Oh,
As my number 5.
I love that movie.
With John Wick? With
Yes, with John Wick.
yeah, that movie. I like that movie a lot.
And the guy from Bush, who's the worst actor
yeah.
ever. He's terrible.
Yes, Gavin Rossdale.
Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of Constantine. I love that supernatural,
Yeah.
angels and demons kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I love the prophecy.
I like just like he's putting everybody in hell.
Yeah, he's like
And
Ghost Rider.
and he's
in a
but
way.
he's damned to go to hell. And
Right.
it's just like, do you really want to go to a place where you put all the prisoners in there? That's
Yeah.
a cool concept of that movie too.
Yeah, I was really,
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that movie. So that's my number 5.
I actually remember where I saw that movie in a barn.
Did you?
I went skiing upstate when that movie was in theaters.
Okay.
So there was nothing really to do that night. We were like 18 at the time, so we couldn't go to any bars or anything.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us in. So like, let's just go see a movie.
Mm-hmm.
The only movie theater they had was in this barn.
Huh.
And they actually had tables and stuff and like served you food in the theater.
Sounds like a ground round,
Yeah, it was.
but in a barn.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a
Nice.
good time.
What's your number 4?
Number 4 is Unbreakable.
You consider that a comic book movie?
I said
Oh,
superhero movie.
I completely misunderstood this topic then. Yeah.
Me
Me and you were on the same page.
Yeah, you guys. That's why I thought I said superhero.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's not really a comic book.
I'm going to check the text.
I'll
I actually
go
deleted it. I deleted
I'll
the
go
text.
back.
No, it's okay. It's
No,
all
no,
good.
no.
No, Unbreakable's great, and they're continuing it now.
It's already been continued.
Yeah, with Split?
Split. Which Split was cool because you didn't know until the very end that they're in the same universe.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's what I thought was
That
cool.
got spoiled for me, so I knew Bruce Willis was in the end of it.
But what I like about this movie is that their concept of superheroes, how they're not like these big flashy people. They're not like ridiculously strong, but they are stronger. They don't really get hurt and stuff like that. And there's like a spectrum to everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was a cool concept on take of a superhero.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
I've watched that movie a bunch of times.
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait to see the next one. I hope Bruce Willis doesn't pack it in.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
absolutely going to pack it in.
Yeah.
He's given up on
But
acting.
why then use him then? If you know that
mean-
that's going to be the case, what's the point? I don't know. What's your number 4, Mikey?
300.
Excellent. Graphic novel.
Yep.
Made into a movie with Gerard Butler.
That I love for some reason.
Well, of course you love it. It's a
love
total
that
man's
movie.
movie. It's
Yeah.
a man's movie.
I so much love that movie.
With the airbrushed abs.
Yeah.
All the abs.
I know it's
If
trash.
if you make fun of my volleyball scene ever again after watching 300,
No, I'm still going to do it. I don't know why I enjoy that movie so much.
playing with them boys.
Like the violence is so over the top and so ridiculous, but I
Yeah.
love it.
Right. No,
Yeah.
it's very entertaining. And it looks,
And I've never read the comic,
and neither have I. I've never read the
and I probably should because I probably would love it.
Yeah.
Read through those text messages. Sorry, Mike.
That's okay.
I know you guys did a bucket list, but I was thinking either favorite destinations or places you want to see, or favorite video games, or favorite superhero movies outside of the MCU.
Oh, you definitely did superhero movies.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Because I did comic book movies, not the MCU.
Right. Because my relayed
the
message to you.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles superhero.
Yeah.
Leonidas
Yeah, that's
superhero.
fine.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
fine.
My number 4 is going to be Dredd. Not Judge Dredd with
Dredd.
Stallone.
Yeah, Dredd with
The new one that came out?
The new one
with
that came
Dr.
out.
McCoy.
I didn't see that. It was good.
Yes. Oh, it was great.
Oh, it's good.
It's a sequel to the first one.
No,
or
it's
is
a
it
reboot.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't
it's a
see. I
reboot,
didn't.
and it has Cersei Lannister in it.
Okay.
She's like the bad guy who runs the tenement housing.
Okay.
And he's going in there to kind of take her in.
It's got a cool kind of like
What's his name?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban.
It's
Dude,
cool
he's
because
great.
the drug
Yeah.
that she's selling
Yeah.
slows time down for you,
Right.
right?
Oh wow.
So you get the perception of everything happening. So there's lots of like gunfights and violence that take place with these people on drugs, and you see it from their perspective where everything's in ultra slow motion
Yeah,
for them.
yeah.
It's like they give someone the drug and then throw them off the roof of a building.
Oh, then
So like for you, what should take 10 seconds is like 5 minutes
Yeah.
for you falling off.
And he does this part so much better than Stallone because he never takes the mask off.
Never.
Really?
Yeah,
Never liked the comic.
I went into school one day, and one of the kids was like, "Oh, I heard you saw Dredd," and I was like, "Yeah, I really enjoyed it." He goes, "Yeah, isn't Carl Urban great?" I'm like, "Carl Urban, what was he? He was in the movie?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's Dredd." And I never knew because he never took off the mask. All you saw was his lips, and I had no idea he was in the movie. And that was really cool. It really sells it for you.
They're talking about doing a sequel to that.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they do a TV show.
They are supposed to do a Mega City one, I think.
Right.
And I think there's talk that he may go do that.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's excellent as Dredd.
No, he's good in everything he does. He's great. Doc McCoy.
Yeah,
he plays a very good McCoy in Star Trek. Number 3, Johnny, you got one?
Yeah, Batman 1989.
89 Batman
with Michael Keaton.
I want to get nuts. Come on, let's get nuts.
That movie. I still have some of the toys from that movie.
Dude, those are my favorite toys ever.
That movie's just, there's so many lines. Ever Dance with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight.
Yep.
That, I mean, who do you love or who do you trust? Something he's with the parade and killing half the people.
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
That's what that
Oh,
first
yeah.
time who are you? I'm Batman. What are you, right? He said, what are you? I'm Batman.
Yeah. That's like right in the opening.
The very beginning, yeah.
That's
which people have parodied in everything.
That wasn't a comic book line? That had to be a comic book line.
That's what made him that movie. That's like the very opening of the movie, right?
Yeah, that's like the guys are on the rooftop or something like that, and they just robbed the bank or something like that, and he's like, tell everyone about me or something like that to that effect.
The song?
Oh, the song,
the iconic Batman song.
Yeah, they have like the original score with that. Yeah,
Danny Elfman score.
Yeah, I love it. Good choice, very good choice. Mike, what's your number 3?
V for Vendetta.
Oh, that movie is great.
So good.
Remember the 5th of November. That movie.
I rewatched it maybe a couple weeks ago.
I DVR'd it a couple weeks ago.
Just to make sure. I'm like, do I still like this movie? Yep. Holds up.
Definitely.
Nice.
Definitely. It would be in my top 10 comic book movies.
Is that Kate Beckinsale?
No.
I'm thinking of...
no, that's Natalie Portman.
It's Natalie Portman.
Yeah. What am I thinking of? Underworld.
Underworld.
Yeah.
So it still holds up, still good. It doesn't have a lot of like big over the top comic book style action.
No.
His fights are good.
Yeah.
You know, and he's only like just borderline superhero.
Yeah.
Right.
Like because they've experimented on him, his reflexes and stuff are quick. But it's very good.
I think it's more about like the story of what's going on in their world rather than him being like this powerful superhero.
No, correct.
Yeah. And like trying to get like this revolution, which I think is a really cool idea.
Nice. My number 3, I think, is going to be Spider-Man 2.
Awesome.
With Doc Ock, Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think they should ever try Dr. Octopus again after that because I think
he's a really good actor.
He's a really good actor.
Honestly, that's probably one of the best superhero movies.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I think ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
You know that's so well done.
I just hate Kirsten Dunst. That movie would have been a 10 for me if it wasn't. I just don't like Kirsten Dunst. Yeah. I love that movie, man.
Yeah, but Mary Jane's not supposed to be. Isn't she supposed to be like that? Or
no, Mary Jane's supposed to be a little sultry.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little spicy meatball. You know what I'm saying? The other one, Gwen, is a little bit more classy.
Okay, yeah,
stuff like
that.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
The one thing I don't that's the one where he loses his powers for a little bit, and I hate that trope. I hate when the superhero loses his powers for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that, but
for no reason in that one either.
No, it wasn't for no reason.
No,
he was conflicted if that's what he wants to be.
Yeah,
and then that's why he loses his powers. And he realizes, no, I want to be.
You shouldn't
Spider-Man.
be able to lose your powers that easy.
No, I know.
I'm not.
It was
a big
like
fan of
performance anxiety.
Yeah, but I mean,
what it was.
Yeah, but
that's what it boils down to.
That was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
so it's got to be up there on this list. Number 2, Johnny.
Number 2 is going to be The Dark Knight.
It's got to be hard to argue that.
I mean, it's a great movie all around.
It's a Joker movie.
It is.
In my opinion, it's a Joker movie. I don't even remember the Batman stuff in it.
The Batman stuff, there's some good stuff, but
the interrogation scene is really good, but that's more of a Joker scene.
Yeah. No, that movie, I honestly
I hate the Two-Face stuff.
Going into that movie, what I didn't like about that movie is you didn't need Two-Face in it.
Yeah.
You could have kind of kept it with just Joker.
Well, then you wouldn't have had an ending.
No, I mean, you could have went somewhere else with that, but I get why they kind of had that happen because it was for the trilogy aspect of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You could have had an ending just where he catches them on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't, I mean, but.
And then Batman's a villain in that one, because he takes out the whole SWAT team in that scene.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't hurt anybody, though.
No. But now, because the end of that, like, Batman is a murderer, right? And they're chasing down. Why chasing down? Because he takes out the. You could end it where he takes the entire SWAT team out in that,
right?
Because they're coming up to shoot the hostages. They don't know that they're not hostages.
Yeah, the hostages dressed as clowns, and the clowns dressed as hostages.
Yeah.
Clever.
Very
that
clever.
movie. It's a great movie.
Number 2, Mike.
History of Violence.
History of Violence with you.
It's based.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah,
that was a comic book.
Yep.
I did not know that was
It's a David Cronenberg comic book.
Wow,
that is a good movie too.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. I only saw that movie once.
I
and
think
it was
it's
many years
Viggo
ago.
Mortensen's best movie.
Really?
That movie.
He's really good in that.
You know, I heard Lord of the Rings TV show is going to be all about Aragorn, becoming Aragorn. The Amazon TV show. It's going to be about Strider. You don't like that? I love it.
I'm conflicted about whether I even want it.
Oh no, I want it. Give it to me. I want it.
Those movies are so good.
Yeah, and powerful.
Like I don't know if you want to mess with it.
I watched Return of the King last night.
That's what I feel about. Like when they when you have something really good, why spoil it?
Those
Why
are
mess it up?
really good.
Why taint it? You know?
But they stand on them alone. They're good. They're a complete story.
Yeah. Well, they're not redoing the Lord of the Rings.
And I hate when I don't like when you go back because
I know what you mean.
You also have a definitive end
Yeah.
that you have to build towards.
Right.
That limits what you can do with the story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's cool when you get like a background origin story, but at the same time, like you don't really need that with that. I feel
You have expectations.
I don't want to have any, but like it's hard to have a Lord of the Rings show with Aragon, and you're not like, well, where's Gimli and where's Legolas, and like you can't introduce them.
Why? He knows Legolas.
Does he?
Yeah, there's a definite friendship between him and Legolas.
Legolas. Okay, yeah, I guess he does know Legolas, right?
100%. Because he's dating the most popular elf.
Yeah. I there's talk that's going to be $1 billion budget show.
Wow.
Billion.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that.
I mean, I'll watch it because I love Lord of the Rings.
Right.
But
All right. So History of Violence is your number 2.
yeah, I love that movie. The complexity of that story, the way he acts that, the idea that by defending himself, like he creates this whole other problem for himself and his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch mine around because I don't want to talk about the same thing. My number 2 was also The Dark Knight.
Okay.
But I'll take that out since we talked about it already. And I'm going to put in Kingsman.
Okay.
The original Kingsman.
Okay.
Secret Service. This was one that I didn't know was a comic book first.
I didn't know it was a comic book
until the research that I did. I thought it was because there is a Kingsman comic now. I guess it's a continuation, but I thought it was new for the Golden Circle,
okay.
But it's not. It's obviously not. That's one of my favorite movies of the past decade. I think because it came out of nowhere. It was different.
Yeah.
The story was great. The action scenes were phenomenal. That church scene with Colin Firth is amazing.
His name he knows.
Yeah.
Because I happened to speak about this with with a student today, so it's fresh in my head. I wouldn't have gotten that. And what's his face is in it? Samuel L. Jackson. I know his name.
Okay.
I was gonna try to say Nick Fury, but I couldn't think of Nick Fury fast enough.
Oh, you actually knew his name.
I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kingsman is my number 2. If I take out The Dark Knight.
Okay.
So what's your number 1 then?
So my number 1 was a toss-up, and it was either between Spider-Man 1 and 2, but you said Spider-Man 2, so I'm going to go with Spider-Man 1.
And there were parts of Spider-Man 1 that I like a lot better than Spider-Man 2, but I think Doc Ock pushes me over the edge.
Yeah.
Because I think he's a better villain.
The only thing that I had a beef with the first 2 Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire is that he didn't make his web shooters.
Okay.
He naturally produced his own web.
I didn't mind the organic webs.
Yeah, but I thought that was a big component to the comics.
Yeah.
Where he runs out of the web fluid. And the other thing is it also shows you how smart Peter Parker is to create stuff like that.
That's true. They did a good job with that in Homecoming.
Yes. So that's why I kind of was the only my little peeves with those.
Yeah.
And then they came out with Spider-Man 3, which was a tire fire.
If you take out the Topher Grace parts, that movie's not terrible. If you take out the Venom parts where he's skipping down the street and playing jazz piano in a bar,
that's the half the movie.
Nah, it's 15 minutes.
I remember sitting in that movie when I saw it. I looked over to my girlfriend at the time, and I'm like, this movie's horrible.
Yeah.
She goes to me, thank God because I didn't want to say anything to you and you'd be
Break
really
your
upset.
heart.
Yeah.
The Sandman was good.
They put too much into that
There
movie.
you
You had
go.
the Sandman, you had the new Goblin, you had
Yeah,
Venom, you had the
you're
black
absolutely
suit.
right.
Like, you could have just did a really good movie
You
with
could
the
have done
black
any
suit.
one of those.
Yes,
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
Sandman would have been good.
Yes.
Or just Venom, like like you said.
And like that.
Or
that-
just him dealing with the black suit.
The black suit, that's one of the best storylines in Spider-Man with Venom and the symbiote. That's a incredible storyline, and they completely destroyed it. It's probably my favorite storyline in Spider-Man.
Yeah, where he's dealing with.
I actually have a tattoo of that on my leg.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, and I'm like, they finally coming out with a movie like this.
No.
And when I was, and I'm like,
You're never gonna get it.
no, never,
You're never
no,
gonna get it.
No, that's it.
I don't know about that. You might get Secret War. You might get Secret
Yeah, but
War.
you're not
eventually.
gonna get. You have Venom already now.
Yeah,
in
now
the
they're-
MCU. You're never gonna get that story.
Now, wait, this the Tom Hardy Venom's going to be included in the MCU?
No.
No. But that he's in that Tom Holland Spider-Man world.
Yeah.
So you're never gonna get a Tom Holland meets Venom from space and like in the church with the bells.
Yeah.
and you're never gonna get all
No.
that.
Yeah.
Which is probably, I think, one of the better.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
And,
like,
and maybe you never get Craven's Last Hunt because he's in the black suit for that too.
God, I love that. That's the one I want. Out
Yeah,
of all
it's
the
not even a Spider-Man movie. It'd be a Craven movie.
Out of all the comics I want done as a Kaza movie, that's the one I want. Craven's Last Hunt.
That'd be great. And I think Momoa would be a good Craven.
I don't. There's so
you
many.
just want him in everything.
He's great.
There's
He's
so many
likable.
good actors though. Like
Yeah.
you could pull Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, yeah, because he's older.
Like you could pull a lot of.
that's his last hunt.
I think he's a little too old for that role now. Have you seen him lately?
Yeah,
He's old.
I was just trying to think of an older actor, but there's so
Tom
many.
Selleck,
Yeah, like you
Maybe.
could go. Like you could pull an older actor.
Sean Connery. He's real old. He's old. He's
He
in his-
he doesn't act anymore because he can't remember his lines.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's sad.
You know, but Clint Eastwood.
Ooh, he's too scrawny.
Yeah,
you need a bigger guy for
Yeah.
that. You need a bigger Arnold. Nah,
No, that's a crazy act. He can't act.
no.
Yeah.
My number one is gonna be Logan. I know Mike hates Logan. How'd you feel about Logan?
Expectations ruin that.
It was, I liked it because it finally got a violent Wolverine.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
But I think a little, the story was okay, but I liked the violence.
Yeah.
I think finally you got Wolverine for what he is.
Okay, I like the story actually. I thought it was a decent story. I don't like what they did with the Reavers as much. I thought the Reavers could have been a little bit more CGI'd.
Yeah.
To be a little bit more wacky and kooky because they're nuts in the comics.
Yeah.
They got tanks for legs and all types of cool appendages. But I really enjoyed it. I thought there were stakes in the movie. You got deaths of people that you love.
Yeah.
In that movie, there's touching parts of that movie when Professor X dies and Wolverine kills him, but it's not Wolverine.
Oh, it's the
When he goes, I didn't do this. When he grabs her, he goes, I didn't do this. It wasn't me. There were some touching parts to that movie, so I really enjoyed that. It was a little long.
Yeah, I remember saying in the movie, like, is this over yet?
Yeah.
And then that's like, if I go see a movie, that's how I kind of gauge it, if I really enjoy it or not. Because if I'm sitting there and I'm like, this has to be ending soon,
Right.
then you don't really have me engaged well enough.
I wish they made X-23 speak English a lot sooner. Like, I thought she could have been a bigger part of the plot.
Yeah.
If she would have been able to communicate with Logan a little bit more. But I enjoyed that one a lot. What was your number one, Mike? Did you say it?
No,
I skipped you.
So,
Sorry.
just looking at my list here, I did a whole list of movies that were based on comics, except for my number one.
Okay.
My number one, I did what you wanted.
The superhero.
The superhero movie.
And what was it?
The Incredibles.
Okay.
All right, awesome.
I lost my mind there for a minute. I don't know what
That's
I did.
fine. I'll take it.
But I still think that's my favorite comic book movie.
That movie is incredible.
Yep. It's
Name
so
says it.
good.
There you go.
It's so good.
You excited for 2?
I am.
very much so.
I'm probably going to be disappointed in it, but
You think so?
I don't know.
They've waited a
that's
long
Pixar,
time.
right?
Yeah, it's Pixar.
I've never. There's been very few.
They have lost a bit of their magic lately.
What were the last few movies that came out with them that weren't?
Good Dinosaur
I didn't
is
see
bad.
That was a while ago.
Did not see
That's
that.
bad. Coco's okay.
Coco's great.
I heard
I enjoy-
that got
it's
like
okay.
really good reviews.
Coco
Yeah.
is excellent.
We watched it. It's okay.
I really liked it.
Um,
Cried like a baby.
there's other stuff in there. What else did they do?
Moana.
That's not
That's
Disney,
not Pixar?
That's Disney animation. I
can
can't
check
remember,
it
but they've lost Finding Nemo 2 is okay. It's not as good as Finding Nemo.
Yeah, no,
Fi-
it
yeah.
doesn't.
I didn't even watch it. I have it. I don't know.
I went to go see that. I liked Finding Nemo a lot.
Like Pixar for a while there was just everything they did set the world on fire.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Everything they did.
Well, do they have the same like writer.
John Lasseter.
Yeah. Let's
Still
see.
head of the studio.
Inside Out.
That's a good one.
That was good.
Up.
That's a really good movie.
That's not in time order.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No. Coco was 17. Inside Out was 15. Up is 2009.
16 is probably Dory.
Brave.
I think you're right. 16 is 2000.
Cars 3 was
Which
2017.
I didn't see any of the Cars.
I saw Cars 3, which isn't good.
Finding Dory was 16.
Yeah. You saw Cars? You didn't like it?
I hated it.
Yeah, exactly.
I absolutely hated it, and it wasn't because of like the animation or anything. It was just the story
about a girl.
But no, but it was a forced story about a girl. It was a forced story about a girl. I have nothing wrong with women doing things that men can do, but it was just forced on you. I didn't know.
I didn't see any of the Cars movies.
Oh, the first Cars.
First one's good.
Excellent.
First
The
one's
second
good.
Cars stunk.
It's hard with
first one's good.
sequels. You see that with a lot of movies.
The Toy Story 1, 2, 3 got
Toy
better
Story,
and better and better.
I always hate it every time, and now they're working on a fourth, so.
Which I think is a mistake.
I thought that about the third one,
It
I think
ended perfect.
The third one is shockingly good.
Yeah.
The third one's incredible.
Yeah.
That movie is.
You cry every time. You know they're going to be fine. You know they're going to be fine.
You didn't when you were there.
No, you didn't when you were there.
That movie portrays me as the bad guy in the movie because I'm the garbage man.
No, you're not the bad guy. You have no idea what you're doing.
No, I know. But at the day after that
You're the
movie,
stupid guy.
The day after the movie,
Yeah.
I swear to you, it's a Monday, my first day back.
Everyone's
There's
booing you?
a pile of
Teddy
a
bears.
bag of toys. And I'm like, do I throw these out right now?
Just left
Is
them there.
this a
I'm like-
test? Is
And I'm
this a
like, I
test?
left them and I walked away. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not doing it. Not catching me.
That's funny. Any honorable mentions on your list that didn't make it that could have made it?
Yeah, there's I got two of them.
Okay.
The Punisher with Thomas Jane.
Nice.
I don't think it got like reviewed well, or a lot of people like it. I liked it. I like the Punisher. I like that character. I know it's probably not as violent as the series that's on Netflix, but I liked it. I like that.
The
character.
other Punisher one was very violent.
Yeah,
The War Journal one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
violent.
crazy violent.
and then the original Superman with Christopher
Reeves?
Yeah,
Very
I mean
good.
that has a great score in it as well.
Yeah.
So
I had a couple here. I had The Rocketeer.
That's a good one. I mentioned that to Johnny before we started recording.
Based on a comic, right?
Yeah. Was my man in that? Was that Brendan Fraser? I always think it is.
No, it's like a
it's not.
no-name guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I always
Flash
think it's
Gordon.
Oh, that's great.
That was a movie? I thought it was a TV show.
It's a movie.
No, it's a movie.
Based on a comic strip.
1980 it came out.
I thought that was a TV show.
Yeah, it's
I
Jets,
never seen Flash
1980,
Gordon.
look at him.
His Jets starting quarterback in that movie too.
Yeah, I know.
Number
the,
19.
I know the
Look it
premise.
up.
I thought it was the TV show though. Look
No.
it up. Google it.
Google it.
Find out where Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah.
is.
Watchmen.
I have
Oh,
Watchmen
that's
in
good.
my honorable mention list.
Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, that was a comic?
Yeah, oh yeah. They're all graphic novels. Tons of
Okay. That's a good one.
them. And then Two Guns,
Two Guns. I know that one.
which is Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington.
Yep.
Make It Rain.
I've never seen that movie. It was good?
Oh, I saw the movies.
Oh, yeah?
It's not good.
No.
No. I'll see anything Denzel does.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I had Watchmen on my list as well.
I have one on here that I'm not going to say because I think you're going to say it now.
Okay. Justice League?
No.
What?
Atomic Blonde.
Yes. Excellent. I didn't even have that on my list. That's a good one.
Really?
Yeah, because the list I pulled up to research this didn't have that on it.
Yeah, no, it's based on a comic.
Yeah, it's
not called
a
Atomic
graphics
Blonde.
novel.
Yeah.
It's a graphic novel, but yeah. Yeah, I just had Watchmen, and then I don't mind the Justice League, and I don't mind a Man of Steel,
I didn't want to do any comic book movie, like any
Yeah.
DC Marvel. I tried to stay away from them completely.
and I had The Crow. I had The Crow.
Crow,
in there.
yeah.
The Crow probably would have been my number 6
I
pick.
think
Okay.
Kill Bill is based on a comic as well.
yeah?
I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not certain.
All right. Well, Johnny, thanks for that topic. That was fun.
Yeah, I hope you guys liked that. I thought it was. You guys always talking about like the MCU.
Yeah.
So I
We're
thought,
fanboys.
Well, listen, I love those movies too.
Yeah.
I also think the Infinity War is not a two-parter.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that's it?
I think I know you have.
Wait, what?
My theory on
Oh, I
Infinity
got-
War
I'm in.
is not. It's not a.
You got me with right. I'm in.
It's not a two-parter.
3-parter?
No. No.
Six-parter?
It's the next one that comes out. This is a standalone movie. I don't even think it's an Avengers movie. It's a Thanos movie.
Okay.
He's the lead character in it.
Yeah,
Right.
obviously.
So, I know you go by everybody that's signed for new movies. Take all that out of account.
Okay.
If you watch this movie and there are no other movies that come out. It's its own movie. It doesn't need a second part to it.
Listen, if this was the way you wrapped up,
you could wrap it up like this.
Marvel, drop the mic, walk away.
Yeah, you could do that, and that's where I'm like, the next one's not part 2, even though it might be titled part 2. This is its own movie, and Marvel kind of said it's its own movie.
Mm-hmm.
And in the original Avengers, Tony Stark says to Loki, if you beat us, we'll avenge Earth and stuff like that.
Right.
That's why the next one is its own movie. It's them avenging the loss to Thanos.
Okay. I heard someone at school asked me.
That's my take on it, and I kind of like it being its own movie. That it's not a 2-part, because I could watch this movie, let it end, and be okay with it. Thanos wins.
Listen, like I said, if that's the way you ended the MCU, it's kind of a shame they couldn't, because that would be an amazing way to end this. That would be like 20 movies in, and the good guys lose.
Yes,
suck it.
You can't do anything about it. Yeah.
What would you have thought if he snapped his fingers and the screen went black and the credits rolled?
I thought that would have been even better.
I think that would have been insane.
But
people would have lost their mind.
See what I don't
would have lost their, and then but see again, I think there's something too, and we're never going to tell you.
Right. Like never again. This is it. No more MCU.
What I don't like,
just reboot.
Yeah.
Like I don't like about that though is if you're going to come out with another one after that.
Yeah.
If he snaps his fingers and that's it, then it makes it into the story. Like you don't know what happened, so the story's not over.
No, I think.
You think that
would have been the way to do it?
Yeah.
Just screen to black.
Yeah.
Done.
It's
been fun. It's been real. We're gonna start again with new heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been something, huh?
People would have lost their minds.
Yeah.
People would have lost.
People were already losing their minds. There was a girl crying next to us.
Yeah. People were passing their tissues from 2 rows
but
away.
they were crying, right? If you just went to black, people would have freaked out.
I mean,
like scream.
One of the best scenes in that movie is the Tom Holland.
Correct.
That he improv'd that whole scene.
Yeah.
That was like
so
completely like I couldn't. I'm like when I didn't know that going into it because like I like to know as little as possible. I watch the trailers, but I don't like any spoilers.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm like, and going into that and just seeing that, I'm like, then finding out later on that like he just made it up on the spot. I'm like, that's pretty incredible. A lot of the scenes that a lot of the movie is improv.
Yeah.
Drax saying why is Gamora?
Is it?
That's improv.
That's
funny.
He
just did it. Like where's Gamora? Who's Gamora? Why is Gamora? And like that he just made it up on the spot.
Funny.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
I heard someone say, "What if all of these movies are just Tony Stark dreaming?"
Yeah, I heard that.
Didn't they do that in Dallas?
From when he gets injured.
Was it
like
Dallas?
that TV show?
From when he gets blown up, right?
Yeah.
From that point on.
Oh, what do you mean? Like in the original
The
Avengers?
original one, like that, the car, he gets attacked, right?
Oh, okay.
In
in
one.
Iron Man 1.
In Iron Man 1,
See, I wouldn't like that.
he gets attacked, and all of this has just been him in a coma.
That would be so annoying.
That would ruin
Dallas.
everything.
It's not Dallas.
No.
What is it?
No, it's Dallas.
Is it
That's
Dallas?
the name of the show. The guy wakes up and everything was a dream. Because they make fun of it on Family Guy. That's the only reason why I
Isn't it the
know
one with the snow globe? Like he's in a like the whole world was in a snow globe.
That's something else, I think. I don't know.
Bob Newhart show was all a dream, right?
Really?
One of those was.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that. You want to lead us into Comic Book Corner real quick? I got a real quick Comic Book Corner.
Yeah, sure. Is that a take it away, Tony?
I think so.
Comic Book Corner, brought to you by Comic Book Jones, located at 2220 Forest Avenue in Staten Island, and Royal Collectibles at 9601 Metropolitan Avenue in Queens, New York. Visit these fine establishments for all of your comic book needs.
All right, so real quick on Comic Book Corner this week, because Joe's not here, my partner in crime. So the only thing that I really read that's worth talking about is, remember that that book that I was talking about called Batman White Knight, Mike, where the Joker is the good guy and Batman's kind of the bad guy?
The little kid had the monster or whatever. You never finished that one.
Little kid.
Yeah.
No, that's not done yet.
Oh, okay.
That's not done yet. That's called Creature of the Night.
Yeah.
That's really good. No, but this one was it's an 8 issue, like kind of Elseworld story where the Joker is taking Harley Quinn makes medicine for the Joker to bring him back to Jack Napier. So he loses his whole psychosis and he becomes a normal man, Jack Napier. And as Jack Napier, he's very smart, he's intelligent, he's caring, and he wants to kind of turn Gotham City around by getting rid of Batman because he thinks Batman causes more harm than good.
Okay.
And he uses like he becomes like a politician and uses his political prowess to convince people that Batman's bad and that we got to take him off the street. And then he does like things that a normal politician would do. He does like sleazy things like pays people off to kind of make Batman look bad. And in the end, he kind of needs Batman's help to fix this bigger problem.
Okay.
The bigger problem is when he robbed a bank at the beginning of the issues, he encounters this bank teller who falls in love with him like Harley did. But once he becomes Jack Napier again, and he's not the Joker anymore, she kind of loses her mind and wants the Joker back, and she becomes the villain called Neo Joker. I think that was the only thing that I didn't like about the book, that they gave her a lame name called the Neo Joker or the New Joker. And the whole plot of it with her is that she kind of assembles all the supervillains in Gotham, like as an army for her, and they're going after Jack Napier and Batman together. So Jack Napier and Batman have to team up to kind of go after her. It's a pretty good little run. It probably could have got wrapped up in 6 issues instead of 8, but I enjoyed it. At one point, which is really cool, they used all 7 Batmobiles like in the history to kind of defeat her at the end, because they used like this tunnel system under Gotham, and there were 7 different tunnels, so they used 7 different Batmobiles. So you saw the 89 Batmobile, you saw the animated series Batmobile, the 66 Batmobile. It was the Tumbler or whatever it was. That was called the Tumbler.
Yeah.
So you saw all those. That was pretty cool. That was pretty neat. And the next one. I'm reading this, The Brave and the Bold. It's Batman and Wonder Woman, Brave and the Bold.
Right.
It's only 4 issues in. I think it's out of 12, so there's not much for me to tell you except the fact that if you like fantasy, like high fantasy, Lord of the Rings type of stuff, Magic the Gathering, I'm just assuming I don't know any other high fantasy things.
Okay.
Like what other high fantasy stuff is there besides Lord of the Rings? Willow, things like that. If you like that kind of stuff with kind of like a lot of names or Game of Thrones,
right?
Dungeons and Dragons, with like a lot of names to memorize and castles and things like that, this is the book for you if you like Batman in that kind of world.
Really?
Yeah, because it takes
it's
place.
Supposed to be like a medieval type.
It takes place in a Gaelic realm of heroes. So like in Gaelic, like it's like Irish lore, right?
Yeah.
They have all these heroes that are kind of like being forgotten, and their whole existence is based on people on Earth remembering them.
Oh, like Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe for it to exist.
And in that world, in that realm, their king gets murdered. So they grab Wonder Woman to kind of help them figure out who killed the king, right? Of their world, of their realm. And she's like, well, I got to go back to Earth and get the best detective ever, Batman, to help me figure this out. So she brings Batman in, and they're in the middle of figuring it out. They're going collecting clues, but it's dude, the artwork is phenomenal. It looks like I don't know if you've ever seen like the Tolkien art books, like the Lord of the Rings art books in like Barnes and Noble and stuff. It has that real high fantasy. Where did they live? Where the elves live? It's getting late. Rivendell feel to it. It's
Jesus.
I know. It's got like orc looking creatures and humans with like, it looks beautiful.
Is it like a very complex story?
No, not really. I mean, you got 2 kind of not species, but 2 different types of races. Thank you, that live under this one king, and the king gets murdered, and now the 2 races are kind of fighting each other, and you don't know who killed the king for what purposes. Did one race kill the other? Did one race kill the king to get back at the other race and kind of things? So that's what Batman and Wonder Woman are trying to figure out. But the artwork is phenomenal. The story's good, and like I said, if you like high fantasy and you like Batman and you want to see them both in the same book, this is the book for you.
So speaking of that, did you ever watch Batman Ninja?
I did.
Did you talk about it?
I talked about it with Sebi. You weren't on the show that day.
And what'd you think of it?
The artwork is unlike anything you've ever seen. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous artwork. The story was cool. The Gorilla Grodd built a time machine. He was doing some experiment. He built a time machine in Arkham Asylum, and all of Arkham Asylum gets brought back into feudal Japan. All of the supervillains in Arkham, you have Bane, Joker, Two-Face, Poison Ivy. They all become like leaders of a clan in Japan. So all the little towns become like separated, and they're all the leaders. And the Joker is kind of like the big head honcho leader. and Batman entered the time machine 2 minutes after everybody else, which is like 2 years in the time stream.
Right.
So everyone's been there for 2 years, and they've all acclimated to like Japanese culture. So they all look anime. Where Batman comes in, he's just in his Batman gear, right? He has the Batmobile with him and stuff, and then he kind of has to figure out how to beat up. But then it gets so over the top anime, which is kind of one of the reasons I liked it. But it felt like a little long. But overall, it was very good. I enjoyed it. I watched it twice.
Really bad reviews.
It's been bad reviews.
Yeah, really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
It's very like whatever. If you ask somebody who doesn't know what anime is to describe anime,
oh, that's what it's like.
That's kind of what it's like, because it's like whatever trope and whatever like stereotype that you think of anime, they threw it in there to make it over the top anime. Okay. Which is kind of what I liked about it. But it was a little long. It took them a long time to explain things. But I liked it. I watched it twice, and I'm watching it with the Sci-Fi Club at school. I put it on now. But, yeah. All right, so now we're going to end the show with some social shit time.
It's time once again for your favorite segment. What time is it?
Social shit time!
All right!
Okay, so this week we got some comments from people on Twitter and Facebook. So always we're going to start off with Librarian Kate. She says, at Dinner Podcast, wait, Steve is a Rocky Horror virgin? We have to fix that this Halloween. So last show I played movie songs, and the guys had to guess what movie it was from.
The show ever.
And yeah, that was the best part of the show ever. And I played the theme to Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay. And I think your brother got that one, or Sebi got that one. But I've never seen the movie. Do you ever see Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I've never seen it either, to be honest.
I haven't either.
No.
All right,
and it's like a big cult movie. A lot of people like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they play it in like theaters on Halloween a lot.
Yeah, and people like shout out every line, and sing every song.
So we're all virgins, Kate. You have to de-virginize all of us. And I think Mike wouldn't be opposed to it. Kate also says at Dinner Podcast, the name of the Einstein movie Steve was talking about with Meg Ryan is called IQ. I was trying to think of that movie title for Sebi, because that was like one of my favorite Meg Ryan movies. So it was called IQ. Then we have, let's see, Not Another Nerdy Podcast. Our friends over there, Tom Van Zant and Jay Money and D-Rock. We were talking about the canceled shows. And Kate had put the question out there, if you could swap one show for another. So if you could save a show and get rid of a show, what would it be? So Tom Van Zandt over at Not Another Nerdy Podcast says, sacrifice Gotham for Sleepy Hollow. Did you guys ever see Sleepy Hollow?
No. Never watched that.
Me
seen
neither.
the movie.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. The movie's cool. Is that Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. He would sacrifice Gotham for Sleepy Hollow. Wesley Messer at Geek Who Landed says, so yeah, I would get rid of Fear to get Wayward Sisters back on the docket. After Gotham tonight, I want that in my life forever. Thank you very much. No, I've never heard of Fear either. Did you ever watch Fear?
Nope.
And I've never heard of Wayward Sisters.
Me either.
But someone else did comment on that, so someone else heard of Wayward Sisters.
I mean, I don't watch a lot of like television shows.
Yeah, I don't watch network TV at all anymore, man. I just watch Netflix stuff now. Okay, so this is from Phil Batista, our good friend over at Phil Batista. So Sebi, the fourth member. Hope I spelt that right. I don't know, spelled what right, Sebi? Yeah, you spelled Sebi right, dude. Love when he's on, especially last week's Cult Classic episode. So he's got my vote for at least a Phil. What's this? He's got my vote.
It's good that you pre-read these.
So he's got my vote for at least a Phil. Phil's all capitalized. A fill-in. I get it.
Because he's Phil Batista.
Yes, because he's Phil
Jesus
Batista.
Christ, you're terrible at this.
At least a fill-in when Mike has to go fix a fucked up store in his restaurant chain. Hashtag Main Streets.
Mean Streets?
No, Main Street Us Dead. He was talking about the Pluto guy that got fucking run over on Main Street in Disney World.
Oh God, yeah.
So yeah, so good. Sebi, you got a fan, man. Phil's your big fan. I got Kate. Mike's got Paige. And Sebi's got Phil. There we go. It's a match made in heaven. Joe Tambini put on Facebook that it was Willow's 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
And Marie DeZio, the murderer / baker, that's a good friend of the show.
I will be contacting you.
There you go. She says that was the first movie she ever saw in the theaters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you guys remember what movie you guys first saw in the theaters? Mine was Transformers the movie.
Was it really?
Could you imagine that being a child's first movie in the theater? I would never wanted to go back.
I want to say the first one I remember seeing in the movies.
Yeah.
Is maybe Hook.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I remember seeing a lot of it. I think, I feel like I might have been at that age that I would remember.
When did Mighty Ducks come out? Was that like close to 90?
94, I think.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, but I definitely remember seeing Transformers the movie and being totally devastated in the first 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
When all my heroes died. Maurice also says, she goes, I remember it was an 8 p.m. showing and got to pick out my own snacks. So it was a great memory. And Joe Tambini replies, picking your own snacks was always an extra treat. I remember getting to do that when I saw the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sebastian says, my first movie was Batteries Not Included.
Really?
Yeah. Mike, you don't remember your first movie experience?
I really don't.
That's all right.
I might be making up with being Hook. I don't. That might not be my first movie. I don't know. I feel like that is.
Right.
But I don't. It's hard for me to remember. I remember going to see a lot of different movies over the years.
Right.
But
on my MoviePass post, Chris Bratton, one of our fans on Facebook, says, almost makes me wish I hadn't reviewed you guys yet. So he reviewed us in the past, so he's not technically eligible for the MoviePass winnings. But I replied to him, I said, if we don't get 3 in the next week, then you'll be able to win one of the subscriptions.
Okay.
So, Chris, I'll email you or I'll message you on Facebook and I'll give you the link for one of the subscriptions. Plus, there is another winner from the reviews, which I'll get to in a minute. Phil Batista on that post also says, act now and in the next 10 minutes, and you'll receive Steve's best kept secrets for MoviePass. Yeah, you knows it. You knows it. And what's he say here? You'll be racking up the points faster than you can say box of shit. Very good, Phil. Excellent job. Excellent job. I think we got 1 or 2 more here. So Kate says, I'd leave a review, but it would just be me gushing about how cute Steve is. Hashtag #1 fan, and you knows it. That's right. Thank you, Kate. You're the best. And that's it. That's it for that. Let's go to the iTunes review. So I don't know who this person did not leave an email address, but he did leave a comment. So if I'm going to read it out, and if this person can please email us at dinnerendpodcast@gmail.com, I'd appreciate it, and I will send you the link for the free subscription to MoviePass for the month. Okay, so it says, awesome, by Bulls in the Ring. That's the name that they left, by Bulls in the Ring. Great show, always waiting for the next episode to drop. So I asked for a 5-star review. I got a 5-star review. So if the person who left that reviews by Bulls in the Ring, great show, always waiting for the next episode to drop, if you would kindly email us at dinnerendpodcast@gmail.com, I will gladly send you the subscription for a 1-month free subscription to MoviePass. And on that note, excellent show, boys. I had a good time with that. Johnny, thanks for being on. Really
thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me. Wow, this was fun.
Join the conversation on Facebook.com/dinnerandapodcast. Check out our Instagram and our Twitter at Dinner and a Podcast.
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
Joe's question.
Joe Zaylock's question.
Yeah,
you know what? Let's get to it this time. Okay? So this was completely my fault, and he kind of caught on to what we were doing. We were kind of messing with him. Joe Zaylock sent us a question in for our fan question episode, which is like 4 or 5 episodes ago. Mm-hmm. And he asked a question, do you think that comic book movies have reached like the plateau of, or the peak of popularity? Do you think the bubble's going to burst? So here's what I think. I think
you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And that's what we all thought about that.
Yeah, that's a good take on it.
I think so, right?
Yeah, very good.
So we'll see what happens in the future. And on
much more controversial than I thought we were going to be with that topic, but okay.
Yeah. Big thanks to Andrew Brookes for the amazing artwork that he does and the animation that he creates on the YouTube channel. Check out those by searching Dinner and a Podcast on YouTube, and see Andrew's other work by visiting andrewbrooksportfolio.com. Alejandro Rosado, who made us our amazing artwork. You can follow him on Twitter and on Instagram at AleroArt. Will Shelton for our awesome theme song. Follow him on SoundCloud at William_Shelton. And lastly, a big thanks to Tony Wolf, who's the voice that you hear on all the bumpers during the show. You can follow him at Tony Wolfness on Twitter and on Instagram. And until next week, I'm Steve.
I'm John.
I'm Mike.
Suck it, Sale. And Ethan Van Sciver. See you later.